Test 1 2, test 1 2. 30 seconds, guys. In the finals. Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome out to Fort Zumwalt West High School for today's G.A.C. Game of the Week between the Francis Howell Vikings and the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars. I think this is going to be a dandy as we see Coach P walking over, say howdy, and just listening. And I think it's going to be a good one. But today, first, I got to give some love to my crack engineer staff in the studio working it. I got Lauren and Drew working on the pictures, the graphics, the cameras, bringing you all the pictures. We appreciate it very much. As always, Youth Baseball Midwest is a production of Red Earth Productions, LLC. Check out our website at www.redearthprod.com. To my right, I got a staff. This is the first game. I've called 2 games, and I've been by myself. I'm no longer solo. All the way down at the end is former Francis Howell Viking coach, Darren Sissel. I said former. Is that true?
I'm a former Francis Howell coach. I'm a current Francis Howell teacher and current volunteer at Zumwalt West. So I'm somewhat familiar with these programs.
Just a bit. And we're going to get some insights with that, and as you can tell. And to my right, as always, our Hitting Zone podcast guru.
Ooh, you got a guru.
You like that, right?
You got a guru.
I'm not sure if I deserve that or not.
Mitchie the kid. Mitch Thomas, how you doing, buddy?
I'm here. It is beautiful. We've had rain for like 5 straight days, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day for Missouri baseball. High school baseball.
Absolutely. And we're excited to bring it to you. So we're going to get started with talking about these teams. First are the visiting Francis Howell Vikings. Head coach Tony Perkins has over 600 wins, which is a pretty impressive record. Wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, 600 is a long time. I mean, he's been doing it a long time. He's had a lot of success. He's had a lot of great players and all that together. Yeah, it's an unbelievable career.
I think about how long it has to take to get there. You only play about 30 games a year,
right.
So he's got 20-plus years of coaching. To get to that magic number of 600 is just longevity. He still has desire to do it, so congrats for Perkins and his coaching staffs throughout the years.
It tells you what kind of talent has come through the Howell program. And we've talked about this at length, guys. You know, Darren's done a lot of research and looking at this. I mean, the talent level that's come through to sustain that kind of winning, it's impressive. You don't see it much, do you?
No, and it's just not in the last 5 years. Like, the first Final Four team was 1991 when
right.
Terry Casper was a coach and Coach Perkins was the assistant. So, I mean, he's been coaching that long. In 93 we were in the Final Four, and then when Coach Perkins took over in the mid-90s, he just built off that success, and the talent kept building and building, and it's turned into, I mean, really the elite program in the state as far as longevity and success. There's not even another one close at this point.
I agree. I mean, you know, when we last week or week before, it might have been last week, they were playing Edwardsville, and that's the only other program that comes to mind in the area in that respect,
absolutely.
Right? So, gentlemen, Howell is 7-0 to start this season. What are some players we're looking at here? Who are you looking for here, Mitch?
I'm going to go with the big gun. I like guys that can swing it. And Leo Humbert, he's already got 2 taters on the year in the short season with their 7-0. Got 2 home runs already. He's got one against the team that they're playing against today. So I'm looking forward to him as my pick to click. I think it's an easy one, I think. But I like watching this young man play the game of baseball.
Absolutely. Darren, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I know all these kids. I love all these kids, but you also have a lefty-lefty matchup. So I stay away from Brady Tanner. I think obviously he can get hit. Bleachers are moving. Jackson Vaughn obviously hits well, lefty or not, but this game typically it's the guys that you don't expect, like a Lovelady or I mean, it could be any of those. The guys that you just typically in these games, it's the unexpected player that's going to step up and do something that kind of makes the difference.
I'm looking forward to seeing A.J. Jones. Young man's taking over in, I believe he's playing right field.
Right, yeah.
And, another one of those young guys that just kind of pops on the radar for Howell. I mean, you're just like, man, how'd that kid get there? And there he is. And he's played very well, hitting the ball very well. So I'm anxious to see how he does against this Zumwalt West team. We've got a little history lesson here piece for you from our resident historian, Brett Crumbaugh. So, Drew, you want to go ahead and run that piece? Go right ahead, bro.
Welcome to this broadcast of Francis Howell High School versus Fort Zumwalt West High School, brought to you by Youth Baseball Midwest. Based in St. Charles, Missouri, home of the Vikings, Francis Howell competes in Class 6 of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, where they have had a consistently high level of competitiveness on the baseball field. The Vikings have been a force to be reckoned with in recent years, finishing in 4th place in Class 6 in 2024, 2nd place in 2023, and 3rd place in 2022. In 2016, the baseball team reached the pinnacle of the mountaintop when they brought home the Class 5 championship under the leadership of head coach Tony Perkins, showcasing their teamwork and determination. The team continues to build on its success with hard work and with a deep appreciation for the game. We will continue to watch as they strive to bring home another championship to their local community. And in the meantime, keep your eyes and ears peeled on Youth Baseball Midwest for all the exciting action on the field.
We appreciate Brett for putting these history pieces together for us. It's a lot of fun. We're going to talk a little bit about here. Fort Zumwalt West, the home team. You know what, guys? And I said this. We did the interviews, our pregame interviews, and I was talking with Coach Gough. And it's how quickly this has gone by. This is probably our 4th or 5th year we've been over here, and this is Coach Gough's last year. That, to me, it's kind of tough because I really like Coach Gough. He's one of the good coaches around. This program has had a lot of success with him at the helm. Going back to, I remember 2017, they were in the Final Four, finished 2nd in that year. And it's kind of, so I'm glad we're here today. We're going to get to see him a couple more times, hopefully this year. I know we'll be in the G.A.C. Classic. Your thoughts on that, Darren? I know you're good friends with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the reason I'm here. My first baseball game, his first baseball game, I was pitching, he was catching. So I've known him since the 70s, let's put it that way. And when I had an opportunity to come over and help him out this last year, I absolutely wanted to spend that time with him and just be there. And I've been unbelievably impressed with the way he runs a program, not just a team, but like his engagement with players from freshmen all the way through seniors has been just impressive. I mean, it's a different feel. It's just different. It's not better or worse. It's just the way he does things I've been very impressed with, and I can see why they have such buy-in and success over here.
It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Mitch, Zumwalt West, here it is again, 9-1. Their only loss is to this Howell team in the Troy Classic on a very cold night. Everybody's rolling through their guys, I think this is going to be a bigger test of that, but here we are again. These guys, 9 wins, 7 wins combined, 16 wins combined, early season. It's going to be fun.
I'm expecting West to come out fired up. They got a really nice. Oh, I love these plays. Sorry, they were doing infield or catcher pop-ups. This is a great fungal if he can hit it. Yep. Third time? Nope, not gonna do it. Sorry, I know that.
He's good, though,
I hate it. It's squirrel. That happens to me. There's a reason why I am the way I am, but I'm excited for this matchup, mostly because this is in my backyard. I live in this area, so I get a chance to see these guys on a regular basis in the facility hitting. And all these young guys that are around, I've seen them from when they were 12, 13 years old and maturing. And so I'm really excited about to see what West is going to be like at home today.
We got a little history here. Darren helped me find this. These two teams have played a lot against each other over the years, but just in this season, they're going to have quite a few common opponents. They've already both played CBC, and they both beat CBC. This Zumwalt West team beat a very good North Point team. North Point is 9-3 right now, and West beat them 10-0. Parkway West. You know, Troy Buchanan is starting to find it. Coach Rogers is getting those kids together over there. They got a good win against Troy Buchanan. All time, West holds the lead in wins, 23-20. This is going to be fun. This is a matchup, though. See how close that is. I think we're going to see a one-run ball game today, Darren. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, these games are always close. I mean, 23. Now, I will say West is up 23-20 overall. Postseason, Howell's up 4-2.
4-2, yeah.
So, but either way, it's evenly matched, and it's normally going to come down to just one swing, one error, one little thing, and that's where the details from both sides, they execute very well. And that's why they are 7-0 and 9-1, and I personally think these are the two favorites to be in the state championship game against someone on the Kansas City side. I mean, both these teams are very talented. They're very deep, and they have every aspect that you need to compete deep into the playoffs.
You know, other than the Troy Classic that got away from West, there was a 4-3 ball game, a 2-1 ball game, a 3-1 ball game, a 4-3 ball game. That's the last four after that. So I think that's what we're going to see here a little bit. Guys, what are some players to watch here for this Zumwalt West team, Mitch?
I'll go with the obvious of the three-headed monster that I think is Pyle Sism and Aiden Hyde. But Ben Mole's a guy that has shown the ability to get on base, and really all of the guys from Fort Zumwalt West, their top guys, are getting on base at 65% of the time. They're 650 clips getting on base. And so I think the big thing in this game is who wins the free base battle, and that's going to be who I think is going to win this game. Whoever has the least free bases.
I think
who
it
do you
comes
think that's
down
going
to.
be? I mean, do you have a choice?
I like West defense.
Yeah.
And I think they're motivated. I know that first game out may have been a little uncharacteristic, but one pitch, couple pitches, whatever. But they always play a good defense on that third base side over there in Fort Zumwalt West. And I think they'll eliminate errors. And as long as their pitcher continues to keep throwing strikes, I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Darren, player?
Brent Deverman.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, obviously Pyle and System, and those are all huge. But someone those Deverman, Signorelli, those are the guys that will jump up and make a difference. And Deverman has the type of swing to me that plays very well against plus velocity. He's not trying to do too much. He's not trying to lift the ball. He's very content hitting line drives and going opposite field. And against a pitcher that's going to be 93, 94, that plays pretty well.
Yeah. I'm looking forward, guys, to seeing Alex Wheeler pitch. He's gotten off to a good start, and I'm sorry, man. To me, it's just one of those things. The mustache, I love it. Going the Raleigh fingers, that's all it is for me right there. You do that, and you see the picture back here. Look at that thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at that. That's fantastic.
Well, and it matches his personality. It's just not for looks. I mean, that's him. He's a unique kid that you just gotta love and root for. But
he could have played in the '70s, right?
Yes.
When they started, when they came in for tryout season and it was real wet and they had to come into the facility, I was like, who's this coach? Who's this new coach?
Yeah.
I've never seen the guy before, and he had that big old mustache, and I was like, they're like, no. And I was like, oh, it's a player.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, that's special.
Guys, we're going to jump in and get we got another Brett Crumball piece from our historian for this Fort Zumwalt West squad. Go ahead and play that, Drew.
Welcome to this broadcast of the matchup between Fort Zumwalt West High School and Francis Howell High School, brought to you by Youth Baseball Midwest. Fort Zumwalt West, located in O'Fallon, Missouri, is home of the Jaguars. Their baseball team competes in Class 6 in the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Fort Zumwalt West has experienced some success in recent years. In 2021, their team secured a second-place finish in Class 6 competition. They also finished in second place in 2017, but this time in Class 5. These accomplishments reflect the hard work and dedication of both the athletes and the coaching staff, who continually strive for excellence. Rest assured, the Jaguars are looking to compete at the highest level and bring a championship back to their school and their community. Whether you're cheering for the Jaguars or a fan of baseball in general, keep your eyes and ears peeled on Youth Baseball Midwest as we bring you all the exciting action between these two teams and for the rest of the season.
Well, Ty put him on. He's like, it feels like
Folks, we appreciate Brett Crumball taking care of that. A little history for you. Today's broadcast is presented by Legacy Performance Academy, located in Chesterfield, Missouri, off of Goddard Road. Hey, if you're looking to get yourself into that elite athletic position, there you go, body, physique, whatever it is, check out STLLPA. That is Legacy Performance Academy. You can go to their website, stllpa.com. We appreciate Brian Kessler, Mike Ott, all those guys over there for partnering with Youth Baseball Midwest, sponsoring our broadcast today, LPA, Legacy Sports Academy, or Legacy Performance Academy. I do that all the time. Dang it. That's bad. We got the coaches, as always, got some great coaches interviews. We're going to get started on that. We talked with Coach Perkins before the game here, and so let's roll that, Drew. Folks, we're here with head coach, Francis Howell Vikings, Mr. Tony Perkins. Coach, thanks for taking a moment.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Always. Coach, you guys off to a good start again. What have you seen so far from your team?
No, just playing well enough to win. I mean, we've played a lot of ranked teams and some close games, but we've somehow find a way to bring it out in the end. So we'll see what happens today. I've seen a few different lineups. You've moved some guys up and down. Have you found it just yet? The sauce you're looking for? Oh, that always happens. It's you just ride the hot horse, and the hot horses get up top, and then if you're not swinging it real well, you get down the bottom and you work your way back up, and that's usually what happens. And at the end of the year, hopefully we're where we need to be.
There you go. I like it. We're going to see Mr. Skidmore, Eli Skidmore, on the mound today. What have you seen from your big right-hander, Coach?
He's been great. He's throw strikes, high velo. He's been in the zone with 3 pitches, and he's pretty tough nut, and hopefully he'll be on today. If he's on today, we got a good chance.
We saw him close the Troy Classic. He looked really good. Like you said, the velo was there. What pitching staff-wise have you set anything there, or that you're still working through that?
No, I mean, you get your top 3 guys. You got Eli Skidmore, and then you got Dylan Curtis, who's going to start tomorrow, who's pretty doggone good, and Jake Bretschneider. So I'm going to use Dylan and Jake tomorrow. I mean, if Dylan needs help, Jake will come in, which is awful good. And I got Andrew Jerks, who's been great for us. He's got 3 saves. I mean, he's coming in after Skidmore. If we, need somebody, I mean, he's been awful good for us, and I'm pretty proud of him only being a sophomore.
Yeah. Offensively, still working through it. Who are the guys we're looking at today?
Oh, 1 through 9.
I like it. Who's swinging a hot bat? Who's not?
They're all dangerous. There was one game where our top 4 guys got maybe one hit between the 4 of them, but the last 3 guys got 2-3 hits apiece, and we won the game easily because the bottom of the order was coming through, and that's a recipe for success for any team.
There you go. Coach, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we got the umpires coming out for the pregame meeting, we were going to talk with Coach Gough. Had a chance to talk with him. Enjoyed that conversation. Everybody take a listen. Folks, we are here. G.A.C. Game of the Week opener. We've got a dandy. Francis Howell Vikings coming to visit the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars, and we have Coach Gough talking to us. As always, Coach, always appreciate it.
Oh, we love having you guys out here, and all you do for high school baseball and youth sports in general. We're very appreciative of everything you do, Brian, so thank you.
Coach, you guys have gotten off to a really good start. Talk to us about what you've seen so far.
Yeah, we've been real happy with our kids. Our kids on the mound are competing, and then we're grinding out at-bats, taking good at-bats, getting really good swings, and doing all the things that we like to do with the small ball stuff and putting pressure on teams. And fortunately, so far, more times than not, it's worked out for us. So, every year you start the year off, and you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to learn, and we don't say it's win or learn. It's learn and grow. I mean, that's kind of something we focus on. We're going to make mistakes. We're not going to jump on our kids, but we're going to be aggressive when we make mistakes, and we're going to learn from them. We're going to get better, and hopefully we can come out today, play loose, play free, play fast, and be aggressive, and hopefully it works out for us at the end of the day.
You got Mr. Alex Wheeler on the mound for you today. Talk to us about his start. He's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's been great. He kind of made a big jump last year. Had a coming out party for us last year against Francis Howell in the Rockbridge Championship game. Threw a gem late in that weekend and got us to that Rockbridge tournament title, and is off to a good start. He's a kid that's going to pound the zone early. Ball has really good movement and keeps hitters off balance, and so he's been mixing things up really well and doing a great job for us.
And you got to love the stash.
Oh,
the Raleigh fingers.
It's a classic, isn't it?
I love that.
Yeah. Matches his personality.
Yes, baby.
Matches it, baby.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to a good one. As always, head coach Eric Gough. Coach, thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Hopefully we got it going for you today.
Absolutely. We appreciate Coach Gough for taking time. We're going to get to our starting lineups here for the Francis Howell Vikings. Leading off is 000 A.J. Jones in the 2-hole. Number 1 playing shortstop Colin Lovelady. In the 3-hole, number 30 Jackson Vaughn. In the 4-hole, number 18 Leo Humbert. In the 5-hole, number 12 Matt Rouser. In the 6-hole, number 10 Brady Tanner. And in the 7th hole, number 13 Mason Bogard. And in the 8-hole, the DH, number 6 Riley Tallis. And in the 9-hole, the catcher, number 7 Shane Ernst. And for the home team, Fort Zumwalt Jaguars, Fort Zumwalt West. I always say that. Got to say West. Leading off is number 6 Brant Deverman. In the 2-hole, number 9 Nolan Sissom. In the 3-hole, number 21 Brendan Pyle. In the 4-hole, number 3 Michael Wolf. In the 5-hole, number 2 Carter Perry. In the 6-hole, number 4 Andon Hyde, who will be DHing today. In the 7-hole, number 8 Ben Mole. And in the 8-hole, number 7 Kyle Feisty. And in the 9-hole, number 24 Brody Signorelli. You can hear in the background the home team being announced. Guys, you think it's going to get rowdy today?
You don't have to ask me, buddy.
Sorry, I was distracted.
That's all right.
It is going to be loud.
It's going to be loud today. We're going to have some fun.
Going to hear some funny noises, I'm sure.
Got the lineups. We're going to get to the start of this game here after the Mr. Weiber over here giving the lineups and stuff. We're on live. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I'm with you.
You don't want to talk to me?
No.
He's over here.
We're getting history lessons about these players out here. A little background information. We'll share later.
I'm trying to get Mitch is putting his mic down. What was you tell us about what you were talking about, bro?
Well, just talking about being able to play baseball against against the guys that are actually their kids are on this team. So it's on
Oh,
house
really?
team, yeah.
So who'd you play against?
Riley Tallis and Joe Curtis, or Dylan Curtis.
Oh,
Dylan
that's
Curtis.
We're going to step aside for the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back. All right, it's that time. We're close to first pitch. Looking forward to this one. Last night, this is so much better than yesterday. We were in Blue Springs for the Blue Springs Wildcats and Lee Summit West Titans, and the wind was blowing hard. This whole side of my face is chapped, lotioned up today. Lips are chapped. I haven't been that chapped in I don't know how long, man.
It feels good today.
Yes,
So
indeed.
it's a beautiful day.
It got a little chilly about the sixth inning, man. I was starting to go, I don't know if my mouth was working or what. It's probably pretty garbled at the end of that game.
Who ended up winning that game? I didn't see.
But, hey, Blue, how are you, sir?
Are you guys on the music or is someone else?
That it
Somebody
would be
else.
those folks over there.
Well, I'm sure your taste
We're-
is better.
We're here live, broadcasting the game, so we won't give you too much grief, Blue.
Give me whatever you need.
We
We'll tell you
appreciate
when
it.
you miss.
So it's going to be interesting. A.J. Jones leading off here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this young man does at the top of the order. As we said, Brady Tanner was at the top of this order, Darren, and now A.J. Jones, he's been swinging a hot bat. Let's see what he can do at the top.
Yeah, I think long-term Brady Tanner is going to move his way back up. And sometimes moving in the lineup a little bit gets a fresh start. And I know Coach Perkins is not afraid to move people around based on how they're doing.
Right.
And Brady is too good of a hitter to not produce. And it's just a matter of time. It normally takes one swing, you barrel the ball, and then all of a sudden the confidence is back and you stop thinking. Thinking's overrated.
And, here's the other thing, too. Here's a young kid. You put him at the top of the order, Mitch. That can be sometimes, little nerves, right?
It can be,
Yeah, we're going to find out. We're fixing to find out right now.
but you got to rise.
We'll have the defensive setup for you guys here in just a minute. But as Jones steps in, first pitch, strike one.
First pitch changeup? Is that first pitch changeup?
Was it a first pitch changeup, Mitch?
It looked like it may have been. If he
Ground ball to the second baseman. Perry up with it. Out number one. Let's get the defensive alignment here for this Zumwalt West Jaguars. Behind the plate, Kyle Feisty. On the mound, his battery mate is Alex Wheeler at first base, Ben Mole. Third base, Brendan Pyle, Nolan Sissom at short. Carter Perry at second base. In right field is Michael Wolf. Ball is popped, and it's going to be foul out of play. In center field, Brody Signorelli, and in left field will be Brant Deverman. Zumwalt West has always hung their hat on defense, guys.
Yes, I don't think this season's going to be any different. But if he keeps painting the black like that, it's going to be a long day for Howell. That's definitely on the black, right? Is that black?
Yeah.
It's close enough to the black.
It was close enough to black. Yeah, that was good. Ooh, fouled off. It's 0-2 count. Here to Colin Lovelady, hitting in the 2-hole.
You could tell that they're a good defensive team, too, because you could just look at the outfield just communicating each pitch. Love that piece.
That ball is hit deep into center. Retreating is Signorelli and making the catch over the shoulder for out number 2.
Siggy does a great job in center, getting first steps, good reads. He moves on each pitch. He's reading swings. He's a good center fielder. I don't think he's playing defense in college. I think he's just pitching at Crowder, but he does a great job out there.
Jackson Vaughn at the plate now. That ball is in the dirt. Last time I saw these guys in the first inning, it was 2 outs. Jackson Vaughn hit a double, and Leo come up and hit a bomb.
Yeah, I don't.
That's how dangerous these two are.
I don't think Leo's going to get an opportunity to do that again.
Ooh. If you don't get that high strike right there.
I'm not sure it was high.
No, it wasn't.
I would have swung.
I thought it was.
I think I would have swung.
But
it was a good
sometimes
pitch.
It just depends. Swing and a miss. That's a good off speed there to follow that. He flipped that in there nice.
That's a nasty pitch right there.
Yeah, it is.
That lefty-lefty change, that's...
I don't think he's thrown maybe but one fastball to the lefties.
That's outside. 3 balls and a strike now to Vaughn.
But that's also the difference between you see Skidmore that's going to be overpowering with some velo and tight slider, and then you have Wheeler that just pitches. I mean, he works the edges, he changes speeds, he's not predictable.
Popped up. And that's going to be out of play. See, and that's what I love. That both guys all the way to the fence, even though, they see the ball. I love the hustle. You don't see that all the time.
I wouldn't expect a fastball here based on how he's thrown. And he throws a
Got
fastball.
it up, and a 2-out single by Jackson Vaughn. Got on top of that. He did throw him the fastball.
And that's what he's had so much success with also that changeup down and in. I am a little surprised. Now, I will say the fastball is not placed where he wanted it, which made it a little easier, but changeup's looking very good.
It is. It is very good.
I would expect to see it right about here.
Leo Humbert now at the plate. Good pitch, strike 1. Leo headed to Mizzou. And this young man can swing the bat.
Absolutely.
Mizzou's recruits are for this 2025 class are special. Smell the
Off
cap.
the end.
Now, Leo is, of all the hitters I've seen over the year, he has some of the best raw power. We've had some. Brett Norfleet's at the top of that list as far as power. Leo's up there. Calvin Munson. These are guys, when they barrel a ball, it's going to go a long way.
A 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. 2-1. That had a little spin. I think that was.
There ain't been much straight.
No.
There hasn't. Even his fastball has got a little.
It's got a little wrinkle to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little sink to it. He had that one that he threw to Vaughn there. The ball just fell off the table. And it was a heater.
That is a heck of a good pitch. Catches Humbert looking on the outside of the corner. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. Howell nothing. Zumwalt West coming up. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. We're going to set up the visitors' defense here, the Howell defense for you. Behind the plate is Shane Ernst. On the mound, his battery mate Eli Skidmore, headed to SLU, St. Louis, right here in your neck of the woods. At third base, Matt Rouser. At shortstop will be Colin Lovelady. Second base, Brady Tanner. At first base, Jackson Vaughn. In right field is A.J. Jones. In center, Leo Humbert. And in left field will be Mason Bogard. Guys, Eli Skidmore, one of our player spotlights, our player of the game, brought to you by Goat Athletics. If you're looking to earn your legacy, Goat Athletics is the way to go. So, Eli Skidmore, what are we going to see here today, guys?
Movement.
Movement?
You're going to see some plus velo. You're going to see a tight slider. It'll mix in a changeup, but his velo really jumped this offseason.
Fastball up in the zone for ball one to Brant Deverman leading off here.
We don't have to worry about a pitch
2-0.
clock with this dude.
And that fastball is hammered into left field for a leadoff single. Good piece of hitting.
I think Darren knows a little bit more about these guys than most of us. That's clear.
Yeah, I think
even
you're going to
said
be
it right
okay
off the
with.
bat.
I think you're going to be okay with this pick too, though. The system also is very capable, but Deverman doesn't overswing, gets the barrel to the ball. I mean, that's what Leo Fair is supposed to do, and he just did a great job of setting the tone there.
That's a team at bat. That's 100% a team at bat, being down or being in a hitter's count 2-0 and just nicely base hit. I love that piece.
He's not trying
Nolan
to do too much.
Sissom at the plate now. Number 2 hitter. That ball is inside. Nice job by Ernst to get to that.
These boys love that Atlas, don't they? Everybody's swinging that Atlas.
That Atlas is a very popular bat right now.
It is. Every year there's another popular one.
Yep. Righty-lefty matchup, and it's a 2-0 count.
Although I'm confident it's not the bat with him. You can give him any bat, he's going to hit.
Can you imagine him swinging
Right.
our -5s that we got to swing?
That's strike
No.
one. On the outside corner now to Nolan Sissom.
No, Nolan's one of the best bat-to-ball guys I've seen in all my years of coaching. I mean, he's an impressive hitter.
And the runner goes. The throw down is not in time. Stolen base by Brant. That was a great jump, guys.
But you fall behind the count. You're trying to focus on throwing strike, and good base runners take advantage of it. They know what counts to go in.
3 balls and a strike now to Sissom.
It's a dangerous pitch here.
And a ball 4.
Right here.
And the last,
this is the difference in this lineup.
yeah, and the last time they played in the first one, Sissom was still recovering from the hamstring, wasn't in the lineup. And I think he is the catalyst for this lineup. Period.
Absolutely. Well, and you got Pyle behind him. I mean, you go
Yes.
from a D1 hitter to D1. In years past, West has not had this sort of depth in the lineup where you could pitch around Nolan and go to someone else but now you got D1 hitter here. I mean, it's a
It makes
dangerous
a
lineup.
difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the high school version of Quadzilla.
The-
Pyle's got some massive legs on him.
Brendan Pyle, the Loyola Marymount commit, takes strike 1.
It's a good pitch.
He got ahead there. That come right back over the plate.
I think that was a good visit right there to go out and kind of slow him down. I thought maybe you should have done maybe second pitch into Sissom, but
We are definitely at Fort Zumwalt West, boys and girls. Oh, good curveball. That froze him.
No, that's the difference with Deverman. He's behind in the count. He's got to throw down the middle. He's ahead in the count here. He can go to the slider. Now there's a lot of options.
0-2 to Pyle. Tries that curveball again. Doesn't chase. Good plate discipline. Michael Wolf on deck, the sophomore. I like this kid a lot.
Yes, he can swing it. This lineup 1 through 9 it can do damage.
Good fastball. There's the, as you said, ahead in the count, guys.
Yeah, you could throw anything and you got 2 strikes because he had him guessing. I think he was thinking slider.
Yeah.
Snuck that heater in there. That's a good sequence by pitcher catcher.
And you'll see if he adjusts next time up. And that's what good hitters, they see how they're being thrown, they make adjustments, and that's the great thing about baseball. It's every bat's different.
So now we see Michael Wolf here. Curveball for strike 1.
The slider's the difference.
Yeah, that's going to be there all day too, and it's sharp.
Fastball popped him up. Leo Humber under it. Out number 2.
Just missed that.
Yeah. It just, yes,
I mean, he
exactly.
He's right there.
It's millimeters, isn't it?
I feel like Leo is so far away, but he's really not. I actually thought he was going to, Deverman was going to challenge him there, but he was much closer than I thought.
Carter Perry, second baseman at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. A wheel play, gets away from Lovelady. So, guys, after a leadoff single, a walk, we got back-to-back a K and a fly-out, and Skidmore's trying to work himself out of the trouble he put himself into.
Yeah, he ain't out of it yet. I mean, this lineup just keeps going.
That's a good pitch. You know, guys, he's went to that slider in these last 3 batters, and it's really made a difference.
I think that's what you had with Hyde's at bat. He thought he was going to go back to that slider, snuck that heater in there. He just tried to give me a little excuse me swing to make contact to fight it.
1-1 here to Perry. Woo!
At some point, he's going to have to start spotting that fastball.
Agreed.
I mean, the slider's looking good, but it's early in the game. You got a lot of adrenaline, but he's got to get that back in the zone. That's what he did to Pyle to get ahead 0-1.
Fastball fouled back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You can definitely tell when he tries to stay within himself, he's keeping his front side closed versus opening up, trying to throw a little too hard.
Oh, it's a good crowd out here today, folks. Beautiful day, beautiful afternoon. G.A.C. game of the week.
Yep.
Strike 3, swung through high fastball. Skidmore does work it out. We're going to the top of the second inning with the score 0-0.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development. Whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness, Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
All right, guys, we're back here. Legacy Performance Academy, maximize your potential. Love that. Appreciate those guys sponsoring us today. Hey, guys, Alex Wheeler, that first inning, little player spotlight here on Alex Wheeler. We talked about the stash, but he showed why he's been and why he's on the mound here today against this team. Number 1 here, G.A.C. Got a lot of run, moving the ball in and out, working. This young man, I know I saw him early, went 5 innings. He goes deep. He's not going to throw a lot of pitches, but he's going to keep batters off balance, correct?
I mean, that's what last year, the first time I saw him, we played him in the Rock Ridge Championship, Columbia tournament, and he shut us down 1 hit, and I think Titus is the only one that had hit. And he did this. I mean, he's unpredictable. He throws off speed first pitch. He's in the zone. Even if he gives up a hit, he's going to come back and compete. So Howell's going to have to put the ball in play to really earn their runs today. If they're expecting to be walked, that ain't going to happen.
Not going to happen. So Alex Wheeler on the mound here for his second inning of work. Matt Rouser leading off here for the Vikings. Takes ball one.
I can tell you one thing. I'm happy that I don't have to hit against these guys.
Yeah, it used to be 80% fastballs in high school. Now, not so much.
No, that's really changed. There's been, off speed is a huge part of the game. Popped him up. Nice play by Ben Moeller. Out number one.
Back-to-back change. The other thing that's going to be tough for Howell today is they have so many lefties on lineup against Wheeler. And Wheeler looks tough against lefties right now.
And you got Pyle that takes away the bunt here, and so I'm just thinking that I'm like, maybe lay it down that side.
That ball is hit through the hole. Brady Tanner with a one-out single here, and the second hit, against Alex Wheeler.
Any bets on bunting the next four batters?
It's got to be. I know the next guy on deck knows how to bunt.
Yeah, I'm confident the third baseman from West will be playing in at the bottom of this lineup, and I am confident it's not going to matter. There's going to be a bunt coming.
Mason Bogard at the plate takes ball one high.
Like that little wrinkle there by Wheeler. Went with the slide step this time versus the big leg kick. Keeping him honest, maybe try to surprise the hitter if they showcase a bunt there.
Bogard is hitting 400 on the season, guys. So he's been he's got 5 RBIs.
No, he's going to put the ball in play. He's fast, gets down the line well. He's another guy that doesn't try to do too much. He's going to hit gap to gap and put pressure on the defense.
Wheeler's behind 2-0, comes around. 3 balls, no strikes now. Was he just showing the bunt, guys?
I'd say he's bunting. I watched Brent Norfleet bunt, so.
And that is strike one, 3-1.
As a coach in this conference, to see Brent Norfleet bunt, I would say thank you, Perkins, for that, except for the 3 runs scored after that. So
there were a lot of conversations about why Brett Norfleet was bunting, and that's those are always fun to have.
So like last inning, although there's one out here, a single and a base on balls, 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the order here, Riley Tallis, the DH, at the plate. I think we're seeing a bunt here, guys.
With 1 out,
yeah,
I would say you're in the 8 hole. The reason it works is you put the third baseman in a situation where if he bunts, he's got to come, and you have second, third. If he doesn't come, then you have bases loaded.
There it is. Good pullback. Ball one. Here's the cat and mouse game, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean, when I got to Howell, this is something Coach Perkins talked a lot about, and I would give the bunters the ability to do it, and he would go out there and use it.
Ooh, that caught feisty. That right off the thigh, that hurt.
As a former catcher, I am glad that I don't have to do that anymore because that hurts.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Catching is hard.
I'll say it, and you can be mad at me if you want, but I think it takes an idiot to be a catcher. It's some kind of special to want to go back there, get beat up. The bruises on the wrist.
Drew said, glad you said it.
Oh, no. Come on now. There's a reason why I act the way I do. I think it's from the head injuries.
Yeah. Although Taylor's going to bunt here. That last one, he tried to get out of the box too soon. A lot of bunters, they get in the stance and try to run before they bunt, and they're not successful. Like the timing of bunting, to me, is something that's not coached or not taught. And it's got to be replicated in practice. Like you bunt, take a step, you bunt, you take a step. Otherwise, you get in a game like this under pressure, you're trying to get out of the box too soon, which is normal. And I'm sure he's going to try it again here.
1-1 pitch, pulls back, ball's away from.
That's going to be a problem.
He's safe.
That is a heck of a play
There ain't no replay
by
in high
Kyle
school.
Feisty. That was a great throw off his
Yeah.
knees. That's a tough play, guys.
No, he has a tremendous
He
arm.
tried to swim, but
Yeah.
I think he got the tag on him. I do.
I will tell you, Patrick Bailey right now in the big leagues at the San Francisco Giants is my favorite catcher from him being able to throw at all angles. This young man just showed that same ability to be able to flip that baseball like a shortstop.
And that's
a
weapon.
big out, guys.
Yeah. That's a weapon most teams don't have. I mean, the ability to get those outs on you block, you throw someone out. That's a big out in this situation.
So 2 outs now, and Tallis pulls back again, 3-1. That changes the dynamic there.
I don't know. It's probably still a bunt.
I was surprised when he squared there with 2 outs.
Really? Have you never seen a Howell game?
I was.
Wow.
I know. I've seen it, but I thought,
Not to give away secrets, but
I've seen those.
It is no
Howell
secret.
bunt. No, it's
no
not.
secret.
I think, we passed secrets a long time ago, but it would not shock me if he showed it again. And these teams have played each other so much. The coaching staff knows each other. Like, Wes knows they're going to bunt. Howell knows they're going to bunt. It's who's going to execute. Like we talked earlier, it's going to put pressure on the defense. And another difference, I mean, you have Pyle at third base. He's a D1 infielder. That's an upgrade. Nothing against the guys from the past, but Pyle is a tremendous defensive player, and
Right.
it helps.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it does. So here's a 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Oh.
That's a good take. Not sure where that was, but it's a big walk because now you got the 9-hole up and you turn the order over next inning.
Shaner's the catcher now. Yeah, exactly. That is a big walk.
Instead of leading off the 9-hole, now he's up, and I mean he could do some damage here. He's capable.
A little squibber back to Wheeler. He wheels around. Gets out of trouble. We're going to the bottom of the second inning, score 0-0.
You cannot in that.
Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow.
6% body fat at its heaviest.
Guys, tomorrow, gentlemen, we're going to be out at Lafayette High School. They had to move it. We've got our first St. Louis Suburban game of the week tomorrow. I think it's going to be a dandy. We got the Eureka Wildcats taking on the Lafayette Lancers.
Yeah, and both the Eureka's off to a good start. Lafayette's, both those teams are going to be top 10 teams. They're both well coached. They both have talent. Eureka doesn't have much of a field currently. The rain kind of got them, which is unfortunate. It happens. I mean, it happens every couple of years, which I always feel bad. It just sits in that lower area, but.
Yeah, they had to move it. We're going to be at Lafayette instead of Eureka, so that's kind of a tough gig. But I'm looking forward to this one, seeing where these two teams are. This is a rivalry game much like this.
Absolutely.
So I think that's going to be a fun. Tune in tomorrow. I believe that's a 4:30 first pitch, 4 o'clock pregame. We're looking forward to it. Head coach Cole DuPont, head coach Ken Draghi, had great conversations with him at the beginning of the year. These two teams, I think, are primed to make good runs, and we'll see how they do.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this hitter right here got the memo. Sun's out, guns out. This boy's thick.
His guns are always out.
This man's got some size to him.
Andon Hyde leading off and takes ball 1.
Seems like that outside corner's been a little inconsistent on the calls. First inning he was calling it, and he hasn't lately.
That ball is fouled back. Yeah, Mr. Hyde is well put together. And on the swing, chase that. Man, that banged right off there. It pushed me backwards.
Hey, it happens. I swung at pitches afterwards. I'm like, okay. The good news is you're not out. Like, you can take a bad swing. That's why they give you 3. You only got to be right about 1.
2-2 the count. Spinner, strike 3 on the corner. High down. Looked
pretty similar to that first pitch.
Maybe a little bit more up. I don't know.
Ben Mole at the plate now. You can't get yourself any longer. Got to sing that
Great
one,
walk-up.
baby. Got to sing that one. Do the conga.
All right.
Strike 1 to Ben Mole, who is hitting .471 on the young season, guys. He's got a home run also.
Where the slider? It's the easy one.
Yeah. And not wasting any time in between pitches here. No pitch clock needed.
None.
And that is a fastball lifted to deep right field. Jones under it at the fence, tracking it. Nice play. That ball was hit deep.
He just missed that one.
Yes, he did.
He finishes through that baseball. It's in a parking lot.
Yeah,
it's not barely scraping.
But again, I mean, you're down at the 7 hole. Like, that's what I'm saying. The depth of this lineup compared to years past is different.
This is dangerous, yeah.
I mean, you got a Crowder commit up now.
Kyle Feisty swings through the that pitch. Since he started using that in the first inning, it's been effective.
I would tell you that this game is one of adjustments, and West needs to make it because he has showcased that slider.
No change
First
speed?
pitch.
Yeah,
1-1.
Yeah.
The depth on that one looked way better than the one he was throwing.
Yeah. Well, that's
Quickly
second
0-2
inning.
to Feisty. Sorry, guys.
No, second inning, you calm down a little bit and get back into rhythm. First inning's always, especially in these rivalry games, you come out trying to do too much, trying to put too much in it and overthrow.
Pumped up, right? Like that one. That mustard slipped off the hot dog right there, fellas.
Yeah, that was.
I think in our rivalry games, we had guys that was throwing 83, 84.
Little slider again. Tanner up with it. Out number 3. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning with the score 0-0.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development. Whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness, Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
Next week, next Tuesday, we will be in the beautiful city of Washington, Missouri for our G.A.C. Game of the Week. Dane Gough, the brother of head coach Eric Gough, another good friend of the man down the end of the aisle there.
I'm familiar with Mr. Gough and Mr. Gough, but yeah, it's a beautiful complex they built out there.
I know. I'm looking forward. We hadn't been down there. Fort Zumwalt East traveling down to Washington. We're going down to Washington for the first time. I'm looking forward to that. For the East Lions taking on the Washington Blue Jays next week in our GAC Game of the Week on Tuesday.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Absolutely.
I love it, yeah. Washington has done a lot. I know that there's a lot of buzz about athletes in that area, and I'm excited to get them on the show so people that follow us get a chance to see these young men. Dude. Just flips it. I love my catcher. Sorry, I think it's awesome when you just see a guy just flip the baseball and the ball just is 80.
Oh,
on the money.
Yes.
Put the tag on. He's out.
A.J. Jones, his second at bat. This young man's hitting .412 on the early season. He's got a 500 on base percentage, guys. Take strike 1.
He is nasty against lefties.
He is.
I mean, it'd be an uncomfortable bat.
Yes, it would. I agree. And that ball is lifted into left field. Under it is Deverman for the out, number 1.
I'm gonna say that Fort Zumwalt West is playing a better left field than the Boston Red Sox did in that doubleheader that they destroyed us in, the Cardinals. But 2 pop flies they dropped in that game in left field.
Colin Lovelady at the plate now, his second at bat. Grounded to the shorts. Oh, nice backhand. Up.
Showed off, young man. Did he just go between his legs?
I couldn't tell, but
I'm pretty sure his exchange went between his legs.
that's what this way. If he didn't, he could have. I mean, he's
that was
good,
a heck of a play, guys.
The umpire was in my way. Did he go between his
No,
legs?
he did not go between his legs. He stepped and fired. Threw a strike, too. Gotta love that.
I'm okay if he did it because he's the kind of kid that could do it.
Jackson Vaughn takes strike 1.
That's nasty.
Yeah, he didn't get that call last inning either because Wheeler had even said that he's like, I think that's a strike to the umpire.
Yeah.
He got it there.
No, Sissom, that was a great, backhand.
Ground ball and, right off the glove of a diving Ben Mole, almost come up with that. And a second base hit for Jackson Vaughn.
Hey, placement's everything. And you're seeing Brady Tanner rolls one through the right side, Vaughn rolls one through, and then rolls one through. 3 of their hits have been, nothing's been barreled.
No.
So,
no.
But Leo's up, and Leo's very capable of barreling the ball.
I think Perkins just went over there to kind of talk about a situational hitting here.
You sure wasn't telling him to bunt?
No, I hope not.
2 outs.
I didn't show up today to watch him bunt.
No.
2 outs.
I would not expect a bunt here, and that's one of the few times I can say that confidently.
Vaughn at first, Humbert at the plate, takes ball 1.
Ooh. Good spot.
I just think it's one of those things where you just say, hey, sit on this pitch until you get 2 strikes and don't miss it, right?
Oh, yeah. Your approach, talking to my son at the professional level, that's the biggest thing that has changed is the understanding of what pitch to attack, and I'm curious how many straight changeups he's going to throw here. But why not keep throwing them until they pick it up out of the hand?
That's a good off-speed pitch.
Oh.
Way out front.
Stay down.
You could tell me a changeup's coming. I can't hit that pitch.
Right. That ball is
that's
hammered.
Not the same pitch.
Oh, Deverman recovers after
Yeah.
taking a step in to make the catch. That was the first real barrel ball.
Barreled. Yes.
Yeah, and spectacular. Two big-time defensive plays for West. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 0-0. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. Guys, we just saw Mr. Leo Humbert. We're working on our player spotlights brought to you by Goat Athletic, Earn Your Legacy. And I think Mr. Humbert has definitely started to earn a legacy here in high school, and I think will continue into the future. Don't you agree?
Yes. It's not even, a 4-year starter in our conference is impressive. D1 commit, but it's just not. And the thing about Leo, and I love Leo, of all the guys I've coached, he's one of my favorites. His work ethic, he does things the right way. He's humble. He's everything you would want in a baseball player. And I'm fortunate just to have him as a student and as a player. So I love the kid, love the family, and wish him nothing but the best at Mizzou.
2 in a row.
Quickly, 0-2 to Brody Signorelli, the 9-hole hitter. Since those first 2 runners, Skidmore has been good.
Calm down a little bit, but
yes,
there's also going to be an adjustment coming here from the west side. And Siggy's done a great job turning the lineup over and getting on, and he's one that can bunt definitely. And there he turns it over. He's done a great job getting on base, and him getting on base, now you have some hitters coming up that can do some serious damage.
Well, there's definitely the hit by pitch way to get on base.
Well, that's what I don't care how you get on the base. I'm like,
he looked over there and smiled.
Yeah, I mean,
he
it's
looked right over there and smiled. He's like, I'll take that with 2 strikes.
You're back to Moneyball. I don't care how you get on base. Get on base. Walk, hit by pitch, air.
It hurts.
I mean, get on. So 92 off the hip. It'll heal.
Back to the top of the order with Brant Deverman. Singled, stole a base in the top of the first inning. Didn't see that fastball there, guys. Got the spinner.
Every single right-handed batter has saw first pitch sliders since since those first 2 batters.
Yeah.
He went changeup to Siggy.
Throw over. He's back in easily.
I'm curious. I mean, obviously, Deverman barreled the ball his first time up. So this is where the adjustments come in.
Runner goes, and it's hit. That's a great piece of
third.
That's run and hit baseball
In front of him, too.
into third base, and he's safe. Deverman with a great piece of hitting. And Zumwalt West has got something going here. No outs here in the bottom of the third inning, guys.
I got excited there. Sorry. I'm yelling right into the microphone, Brian. I apologize. That play was right in front of him, and for Brody to take off for third base, I go, oh, man, here we go.
No.
But obviously you have trust.
No, and that's
Your
what
speed.
this lineup, 1 through 9, they're athletes. I mean, they're dangerous. They can hit. They run the bases well. And now in your situation,
Got Nolan Sissom now. This is the guy you want at the plate in this spot.
I doubt Deverman's going to be at first very long.
No, he's going to – could be the first pitch. There he goes. Ernst throws through.
Now, is Sissom going to first base on intentional walk is the next question.
That'll be interesting to see.
Well,
I don't know if they'll put him on or not.
Last
Coach
year you
Perkins
would've.
stepped up.
100%.
But last year you didn't have a D1 hitter on deck.
We were here doing a game, and it might have been even this game that we did last year. They walked him because they had nobody behind them.
Absolutely. And I know Beckman at Central did it. But now you have a D1 hitter on deck. Now, I don't think he's going to see any fastballs.
1 ball, 1 strike here, guys. 2-1.
Yeah.
It could be just one of those get yourself out kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really chase, and that's
unintentional
what.
walks.
And that's one thing Sissom has shown. He's very disciplined within the zone, but he's also a high school hitter.
That ball is popped back out of play.
That pitch was a little too good for. I don't think Skidmore meant to throw that there.
2-2. He missed it.
But now Skidmore has good enough stuff. He could make a pitch here. That was a good battle.
Yeah,
you
that's
got D1 versus D1 right here.
That's right.
I think I'm going numbers here. Heater up.
Spinner fouls it back off. I wonder how many baseballs they lose over there. You just have to buy more baseballs.
Not as many as Howell.
In the woods?
Yeah, you guys third base side over there.
No,
Bad.
It's kooky, man. Oh, good pitch. Caught the corner. That is a heck of a good pitch to get Sissom looking for out number 1.
He got in on the hands, and with 2 strikes, you never know what call you're going to get.
It's hard
That was
to
a
hit
good
with 2
pitch.
strikes.
And that's why I don't think Sissom would miss. Obviously, he fouled off a couple of pitches that
It ran
he
back
won it
over,
back.
yeah. Brendan Pyle back up to the plate now. Takes ball 1. The pressure's not off, though, because you still got to face Pyle and then Wolf.
But no, you're at 3-4-5.
Yeah.
And this isn't. It's not like in years past where you get past Sissom and no. He can hit.
Fastball.
Now,
Popped in the air. That
Leo
could
can
be.
throw.
Is it going to be deep enough?
I don't.
Leo's got a big arm.
Yes, he does.
Oh. They didn't run on him, and wise decision.
From that distance, you can't run on. I mean, Leo's got a plus arm. I mean, I saw him throw in a state championship game. Impressive.
Wasn't he a freshman that year?
Yeah.
He threw the kid out in the extra inning game. Liberty North
2022. It was the first time he threw a ball from the outfield the entire year. Just happened to be a 90-mile-per-hour strike to the plate.
It was a hose, man. Fastball misses down and away to Michael Wolf.
But now you arguably have the hottest hitter in this lineup all year is Wolf. Like he's been, so you still potential for a big inning.
And that's outside. You're correct. Michael Wolf on this season, let me get to this. I believe I saw early on, he's hitting .556
Yes.
early in the season here, guys.
And it's a lot of barrels.
Yeah, it's that intentional, unintentional walk.
2-1, good pitch to come back. Skidmore's trying to work himself out of more trouble here.
Oh, off the foot.
3-1.
Anything to keep in front, right?
Yeah, when that happens to me, sometimes I'd get down there and I'd hit off the umpire, and I have a runner at third base. I'd go up to the umpire, pat him on the backside, and go, thanks.
Keep in front.
There.
Yeah, that was at the
3-1
backstop
pitch.
if done his foot.
Fastball misses up. Wolf gets the walk.
This is where a slider in the dirt could end up being a run.
Yeah.
So you can't just cut loose.
I don't think that's a bad walk there.
No.
Bases loaded. Carter Perry now. Yeah, I mean, that's the hot bat right there. I mean, Perry's no slouch here. Hitting, but not hitting as well as Wolf on the young season takes strike one. With the base open, too, guys, and you got 2 outs. Got a meeting of the Blues here. Not quite sure what we're talking here.
These are always interesting meetings when you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the game here. Didn't look like anything out of the ordinary.
Especially when Eli's in a rhythm, the game's flowing.
Yeah.
But he might have been looking at his feet, maybe the way that he's pitching from the windup, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Fouled back. You saw that one in 3D. Look at that hustle, coach.
Camera's still all right.
Camera's still good.
Yeah, we got to get that visual.
That misses out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Good take.
This is a big pitch. I mean, you 2-2, you don't want to go full as a hitter. You got to be ready to jump. But it'd be a good time to spot one of those sliders.
I'm coming out of my shoes, though, buddy.
Fastball challenged. And that is going to get out of play. Like that. Here's my heater, boys. See if you can hit it.
When you have velo, you can get away with some of those. At 82,
Right.
you can't do that at 90.
Yeah, right?
But later in the game, after you've seen 90, all of a sudden, you're not missing those as often.
I think you got to throw it again.
And he did.
With changeup.
This is not a good situation for...
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd have went with that. I think I'd have went with the heater there and then come slider if I missed that pitch. I don't think I could lose that on a changeup.
Yeah.
Ball 4. Bases loaded walk gives the Jaguars a 1-0 lead.
And another D1 hitter with bases loaded.
Those are great RBIs, right?
Oh, and the other part of this that gets lost sometimes, pitch count starts running up here. You get these long innings, you're going 2-2, 3-2. You go from being able to throw 6 innings to 4, and now it's a bullpen game. But
because
how
he's
does
not had
lack depth there?
Right. And he's not had a lot of deep counts since the first inning, but you start the last 2 have gone pretty good. They've got some good at bats against him, and it's only the 3rd inning still.
I think now you're getting to a position where the pitcher-catcher relationship, you're trying to get a little too cute versus what had been working up into this point. Back to the slider.
But you get someone on base, you kind of lose some of the freedom to throw the pitches that you were throwing earlier. With no one on, I mean, he's spotting a slider, and all of a sudden someone on base.
Andon Hyde pops
That
one
ball.
into right center field, and A.J. Jones under it ends the threat, but not before. Zumwalt West grabs the lead. We're going to the top of the 4th inning, score 1-0 Jaguars.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development. Whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness, Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
Guys, I want to talk a little bit about another player spotlight that we got here, brought to you by Go to Athletic, earning your legacy, another Mizzou commit. And this young man has been he's a 3-year starter. We lost a microphone.
Oh, we're good.
All right. Nolan Sissom, we saw him make that backhanded play in that last inning. This young man is the real deal, defensively, offensively. I enjoy watching him play, and he's got one more year.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough that his father coached in the organization with the Tribe, so I got to see him at 11, 12, 13 years old, and it was just a little different once he got to 13. You go, man, that kid needs to go somewhere else, because he was playing at like a AA level, if you will, and they did. They made that move and went over to with Dave Wiggins. And I think that was a great move for them.
Yeah, I like the power too. He's got, and he didn't start the season, with this team, and he already has 2 doubles and a home run. So
only, 12 at bats or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the first ball he swung at, or the second at bats. I mean, he put over the scoreboard, and it wasn't close.
So we're to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off here for the Vikings is Matt Rouser, and he bangs one. Oh! To Sissom. Made it close even after fumbling. Isn't that terrible? That's usually
a rarity.
Jinxed him, man.
We didn't talk about his fielding, though. We just talked about his hitting.
I talked a little bit about
But it doesn't change. He's a plus defender.
He is a plus defender, though.
Sometimes the ball doesn't go in your glove like you want.
So Rouser on. Would you give him a hit or an error right there?
Error.
Error, yeah. Tanner squares around.
Ooh.
Ball 1.
That was close.
I'm confused on why you would even question that as a hit.
I'm just saying.
No, we ain't his parents.
I'm not the official
Game Changer.
I was saying that ain't no game changer. That's a 3-hopper to a D1 shortstop.
Yeah, that's routine. He knows he should have made it.
2-0.
That stuff happens, though.
It does.
We're still, 16-year-old boys out here.
You see Major League games that happen, so.
I thought he was going to pick there. Oh, a little delay steal.
Oh, and Rouser gets the bag. Caught him a little surprised there, guys. Flat-footed.
Listen, there's a reason why he's got 600 wins, and it's to do stuff like this, the bunting in situations, the delay steal. That's just a guy that's been around baseball for a long time.
Speaking
of bunting. It's a 3-0 count to Tanner.
I'm probably going to not. Here.
I'm guessing.
And that is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk now to Tanner, bringing up number 3.
I will give you a 100% guaranteed bunt.
Mason Bogard.
Money back guarantee on this one. First and second,
pitch?
no outs. Absolutely. The
Right
first,
away?
second, third, it ain't gonna matter. I mean, and especially in this situation. Worst case scenario, like if he bunts the way he's supposed to, it's gonna be first and second.
There it is. It's down.
Now
Nice
second,
play.
Third. Oh,
And he is out. That was a good play. Nice job by Brendan Pyle. The reason he got him out, he was decisive. He spun and threw.
Well, scouting report again. These guys have played each other so many times. They knew exactly what was coming, and they prepared for it. I mean, System's at the base. Pyle makes a play, throws him out. It was a great bunt. It's a bunt that you should have made, and I would not be shocked to see another one right here.
It's going to happen.
So
I think I'm pushing first base side, though, maybe.
we're back to the same situation, except we have one out. And we have Riley Tallis at the plate.
Oh, that boy.
And that ball's away.
Ooh.
Oh! And Tanner does not see the ball get away from the catcher, doesn't advance. Break for the Jaguars right there.
I actually thought Perkins was going to do that last at bat, was give him a pitch to swing at, then bunt.
Yeah. I'll give him a pitch to swing at and see what happens here.
That's ball one. They have strike up there. I don't know who's doing the board, but a wheel play.
Whether he bunts or not, it's that constant pressure. It's a constant threat. It's a constant expectation. Where as a third baseman, you're constantly going, it's coming again. It's coming. Like, you can't just relax and just wait for a ground ball, because you're going to have to play every pitch against Howell and expect something to happen.
Well, I like the gamesmanship here. I think Perkins keeps looking over at Sism, because Sism keeps cheating real to the 5-6 big time. Mm-hmm. He leaves that whole middle open. I mean, he expecting him to bunt.
He's got that.
So
he's moving that way.
Just from experience, basically you show bunt. If the third baseman comes, then you show bunt steal, and that's what they did last time against West. And so obviously West has made the adjustment of System scoots over. So if he shows bunt and pile comes, System's going to be there for the throw. Like, this is all. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're trying to take away the show bunt steal.
2 balls and a strike here to Tallis.
But this is the fun part about baseball.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cat and mouse game of what you're going to do. Well, I'm going to counter with this and make adjustments. It's not just the batters and pitchers making adjustments. The coaches are.
Ball is popped up. Pile is right underneath it at the bag. Infield fly in effect. Out number 2. Good pitch, guys.
I think the change in that at bat had to be that tall strike. I thought it was a little up in the zone on him, but
that's what Howell's got, some short hitters. I mean,
brings on Shane Ernst, the catcher.
Do they?
Yeah.
I'm like, where do they grow these boys at?
I mean, Tallis is not big, Bogart's not big, Tanner's not big.
Well,
now Vaughn is.
Yeah.
Rouser's good size. Lovelady's shorter, sorry.
In on the hands to Ernst. That thing just kept coming, and you just can't get the barrel out there.
If he did, it's yank foul anyways.
So when you were playing, when did you see a 9-hole hitter getting a first pitch slider on the hands? Ever?
Maybe never.
9-hole.
I know as a catcher I didn't call it.
No, it was fastball. It was, things have changed.
One ball, one strike here to Ernst. Jones on deck. Runners at second and first base. Wheeler trying to work himself out of this. Fastball.
That's down.
And that is going to drop. And the runner is going to score to tie this ball game. A 2-out single, RBI single by Shane Ernst ties the game here in the top of the 4th.
It goes back to not doing too much.
Yeah. It goes back to the guys that you don't expect coming through in big situations. And, I mean, Ernst did a great job staying on the pitch.
I think that's the thing you got to love about this sport is that you can have situations where that bunt, you got the force out over there, and it looks like the inning's just going to fall apart. And then you get a little bloop, soft liner.
First and third, Jones at the plate and grounds it to Perry up with it to end the inning. Not before Howell gets back a run. We're tied 1-1 going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. Want to thank Legacy Performance Academy. Make sure you level up your performance. STLLPA.com go check out Legacy Performance Academy as we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Guys, this is what we expected, right? Here it is, 1-1. This is exactly what we thought it was going to be.
I'm shocked. 1-1, bunting defense, good pitching, quick game. Yeah, I didn't see this coming at all.
Battle of the free passes. We had an error, led to a run. We had some walks, led to a run.
Hit by pitch led to a run.
Hit by pitch led to a
Hit
run.
by pitch and an error.
With 2 strikes.
This is 2 runs. So, I mean, we may have discussed some of this stuff before the game.
And here again, these are things we talked about. The G.A.C. South, you're going to get a lot of these, especially between these two. These guys know each other so well. It's not like there's no secrets here.
No, you have to execute. I mean, Howell executes a bunt. West counters with executing, getting the force at third.
That's it. So we're leading off the inning here. Ben Mole.
Oh, tough play.
One off the plate. Up with it is Rouser. Nice job by the third baseman to out number 1.
Yeah, defensively he's solid. I mean, he makes every routine play. He does exactly what he's supposed to do.
I got one for you, Darren. Little chopper like that. Second baseman's hustling over there to back up that play. First baseman goes to shortstop.
Kyle Feisty at the plate now.
When you're throwing a ball back around, do you go shortstop back to second base, or you go short third pitcher?
I'm short third. I'm not throwing it back.
I don't know why this happens. It bothers me so much.
He's out of play. I mean, he's out of the field.
And then there's a long throw, and then they throw it away.
You're killing me.
That bothers me.
You're throwing to the second baseman on the run. It's a tough throw, and you don't practice it. I mean, I'm with you. Every infield does it different.
2 balls and a strike.
That's what we'll say. That's what we'll call it, Brian.
Okay.
Everybody does it different.
That's a fouled off the toe. And I think this conversation here, it is, I think, about Eli Skidmore's stance, because Coach Sissom over there is talking to the Blue about that. I think because there are certain rules with Misha.
Yeah. There's a point of emphasis this year that you have to basically either you're in the stretch or the windup. If your front foot's parallel to the rubber, you're technically in a stretch position. It's supposed to be illegal, according to Misha. I don't know what their interpretation or these guys' interpretation of it is, but that's clearly what's going on here.
It's got to be, because he's still continuing that conversation.
It looks like he shifted his front foot a little bit more at an angle, because technically it's parallel. So if his front foot's turned at a 45, that looks pretty parallel. But nevertheless, it's a stupid rule.
I think he's flirting with it for sure.
It is ball 4.
You can see Frankie over there at the West pitching coach. He keeps eyeballing from there, and he's sitting at that exact angle trying to get a peek at it.
That's the other cat and mouse, trying to get an advantage, getting somebody's head a little bit. I think.
Yeah, that changes the game.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That's why I got paid the big bucks for years. Try to find every detail to take advantage of.
Signorelli at the plate. Squares and pops it out of play on the bunt.
You see it?
Scored on the hit by pitch.
They might have gone first or third there. He was stealing, bunt to third baseman, shortstop was covering the bag. That would have been a foot race.
Oh, missed bunts, man. I cry at night thinking about these.
Rouser creeping in. Squares again. Ball 1-1.
So we're back to the 9-hole. These 9-hole at-bats are a big deal.
Absolutely.
They're going to talk about this again, because it's happened twice where that third baseman has crashed real hard and that shortstop is going to the bag. If he takes off again and gets a good bunt down, you might see a first-third action.
Now I know there's definitely, that's been coached well and make sure that doesn't happen. But yes, that opportunity, let's go have a conversation about bunting.
Here we go. Here's the cat and mouse, right?
G.A.C. South baseball right here.
And this, you counter.
What's funny is when I started Howell, this was not Howell baseball. Like it was one of these things that's kind of evolved with time, but now it's affected the whole conference. The whole area knows. So it's been fun to kind of see the game evolve. At least in our conference, it's small ball. Major league level, they don't care.
Right.
But we're still having fun. Like everyone, if you can bunt and you can put pressure on defense, there's a place for you in this conference.
Here he squares again. Nope. Swing and a miss. Throw down is high and safe. So the stolen base for the catcher, Kyle Feisty. That shows you a lot about what Coach Gough thinks about your catcher right there, staying in, running for himself in today's game as well.
Oh, he's Ernst run for himself too, didn't he? Both of them did. I believe they did.
A big swing.
And that is a strikeout.
Yeah, cut that down. It's all right.
Out number 2.
He was not afraid, and hey, look, Deverman's up. He's had some success today.
You take your chances there.
That's the 5th strikeout for Skidmore in this game.
And in some big spots.
Yes.
When he needed them.
Yeah.
But this is a spot where Deverman matches up well here, and we'll see what he does.
Takes ball 1. Deverman is 2 for 2, 2 stolen bases. He's
and 2 barrels.
Scored yet. Yeah, and 2 barrels.
But I don't think you want to pitch around him.
No.
I think if I'm Howell, I might have my second baseman working the runner versus my shortstop.
He's going to the left side twice, correct?
Yeah. And your shortstop's over there at a dead spread trying to get back. That's tough. Now he's an athlete, so he can do it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
You're saying he's an athlete because he was a catcher last year.
That's a good pitch right there. Froze him on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Skitty.
Are you saying catchers are athletes?
Some.
I was not.
I think you hurt Justin's feelings in the
I did. POs.
when you didn't say pitchers were athletes.
Come on, that's not even. Some pitchers, POs are athletes, but the majority of them go with what's paying for your school.
Good take.
That's a great take,
Yes.
man. Oh my God.
That was a nasty pitch.
Yeah,
On
2 and 2.
A 1-2 slider off the plate, that is tough to lay off, but
We were talking about Coach Justin Rogers from Troy Buchanan. That was and that is grounded. Oh, and a tough hop.
he kept hitting on the infield, and it easily could bounce over his head.
Yeah, he did a great job just to keep it in front of him at that point.
That could be a very underestimated play right there. Or undervalued, whatever you want to call it. Because if he's able to get out of this inning without a run scored, that's going to be a reason. Well, obviously the pitcher might get it done, but
all I would do was hit on that one.
Here it is again, Nolan Sissom at the plate with a chance to put the Jaguars ahead. 2 outs. We'll see if he's running.
First pitch.
He's going. There he goes. Throw down. Oh!
Details matter.
And on the errant throw, the run scores, and Deverman's all the way to third base, and the Jaguars take a 2-1 lead.
So I believe, was that Feisty got on with the walk? He came around to score?
Yep.
You mentioned that before the game?
Yes.
He had an error there, too. That's a free base if you ask me.
Yeah, throwing error, and that ball's hammered to deep center field. Back is Humbert to make the catch. And that ends that, but not before the Jaguars grab the lead back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-1.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development. Whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness, Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
Hitters, and we're going to see one here, young man going to Wichita. Guys, we're going to be talking, we've been talking about hitters, and we're going to see one coming up in this, in the top of the 5th here. Young man going to Wichita State University, Jackson Vaughn. Our player spotlight here for the 5th inning brought to you by Go to Athletic, earn your legacy. Here's another young man doing that. Hitting .458 on the young season, a double, home run, 6 RBIs. He's got 4 runs scored. I like the on-base percentage, too, for a number 3 hole hitter, .480. You've coached this young man, Darren, and seen him around, I'm sure, the campus.
Yeah, in my class.
There you go.
I see him often, but he, again, he's another great kid. He's like Leo. I mean, he's extremely talented, gifted kid, works hard, very respectful. I mean, you got to love him. I mean, and that's being at both schools. Colin's going to get hit here. Just being at both schools, it's full of great kids that are talented, but they're great kids. They're fun to be around. They love the game. And it's actually just been a gift to be able to be at Howell and then at West this year and just see there's so many great baseball players that do it the right way.
Lovelady leading off the top of the 5th inning. Count goes 2-0.
Here comes your cheat code.
That's also why I'm sitting back here and not coaching today because I can't root against any of these kids.
3 balls, no strikes now to the leadoff.
I looked down there. I was going to ask Darren. I said, "Do you get the 3-0?" And I looked down at Perkins. He's like shaking his head, no.
If it was Leo or Vaughn, 3-0 strike.
No comments.
It was a 3-0 strike. Lead off for a. Ooh. As much as you don't want to put System and those guys up, you don't want Vaughn and Leo coming up in these. I mean,
with runners in scoring position, this is the damage, and trying to, you're putting yourself in a tough position as a pitcher. Leadoff walk with those 2 guys coming up behind him. Not that, we've seen him pitch very well today out of that, but the more you get, these guys see him. This is the 3rd time through the lineup, as we talked, that's a big thing in today's game. These guys have seen you now twice. They've seen him. They know this pitcher.
Well, West has a couple guys warming up down there, and we get to that point in the game that we talked about with Skidmore when he had the long inning. Pitch count starts running up. Been through the lineup a couple times, and sometimes it's just getting an arm out of the bullpen that can get through the lineup once. You can't just one time through the lineup, you get 9 outs, you win.
Yeah.
Which is easier said than done against these lineups because, on deck you have a D1 hitter, at the plate you have a D1 hitter.
Coach has talked to him. I think he's given his guys in the bullpen a little more time, but, hey, little pep talk there.
Yeah, you saw the catcher go out first. You knew that was the guy needed an extra 5-6 pitches, and he was going to take that time.
You're not seeing a bunt here, are you?
Little strategy.
I told you, I saw Brent Norfleet bunt in a situation that I didn't think he would bunt.
Hey.
Oh! He was bunt for a hit there.
Good thing you didn't bet on that.
Just for the record, you always bunt for a hit. Never giving up. That's a bunting philosophy.
No sack bunts, Darren?
I have never taught a sack bunt in my life. If you're bunting for a hit, put pressure on.
Popped up behind third base. Pyle has it. Nice play by the third baseman for out number 1.
He worked through that lip right there. I don't know if you guys saw that little stumble there. He worked through the lip in the outfield grass there.
Well, there's new sod right there.
Because the softball field uses that, and it's a little longer in softball, right? Don't they shorten that up? Or is it all just new sod back there?
I'm not sure. I wasn't here for softball, but
I got you.
It is.
Leo Humbert at the plate.
Nevertheless, that was a big pitch.
It was.
Ooh.
Big swing and a miss. That ball that just fell off the table right there, boys.
If you want to know what D1 bat speed looks like, go back and watch that swing
or
listen.
I heard it. I'm 30 feet away and you hear it.
It's a whoosh.
Right back to it, too. Good for him for having confidence in his skill set.
He didn't chase it again, though. That's the difference.
That one's a little bit more down.
Yeah,
but yes.
Agreed.
But he got ahead with the changeup last time when he came back to a curve or slider and he barreled it. So
that's what's happening right here. Don't.
Oh, that's a great pitch.
We said earlier, how many in a row are you going to throw? And at this point, I
One
wouldn't
ball,
stop throwing
2
them.
strikes. No. I mean, that ball just ran away from him.
Oh, boy. Let's see what he does here.
Fastball. You can get away with that. He came in enough. Get away with it.
Woo. I guess he's setting him up for the next one here, but
you want to make sure that is definitely in.
I think a lot of times pitchers, catchers get in this mentality of I can't throw it 2, 3, 4 times because here's a just.
Heck yeah, you
I can tell you right now, if you told me a good changeup was coming, I'm not hitting it. You could throw 10 times. I could foul it off maybe. But it is so hard to hit, and especially barrel.
And the depth that he's got in his pitch.
And that one was even up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just big situations. You're wanting to drive the ball, and you're getting off speed, especially changeup that's sinking. You get fastball up, it's going to go over the fence.
Yeah, I think for Leo here now, you're not gonna get beat on a heater, so you're sitting away with this changeup.
Little throw over.
You know, as a hitter with the situation I'm in, I've taken my 2A swings. I've had the chance to do that. For right now, it's about the team. Let's just focus on that right center gap because he ain't gonna beat you on a heater in.
No, I mean, he's got the bat speed. He's going to get to it.
Good take, 2-2.
That's a good take.
Yeah. But there's a fun part about, like, when you see high-level baseball, the amount of D1 hitters in these lineups, system battled, and Leo, like these guys, these are good at bats. Win or lose,
yeah,
they're finding a way to get the job done.
That got away from him, guys. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Don't give in. You don't have to.
Rouser on deck.
You have to throw it. Have to throw it.
I mean, you throw your best pitch. If you get beat on that pitch, so be it. But
yeah, that's you tip your cap. I like that. I like that thought process.
There it is.
Swing and a miss.
Interference.
Throw down.
They got him. They got him. They got him on it.
An interference call on Humbert on the swing. The runner is out going to second base, and that ends the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning, score 2-1, Jaguars.
C.
You know what, guys? Both of you are old Legion guys, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, post 338.
You know it's 100. You know it's 100-year anniversary of American Legion baseball.
I was not there for year 1, if that's what you're insinuating.
No, 1925. No. 1925 was the first year American Legion baseball started. It's 2025. It's the centennial year. And so we're excited to partner working with American Legion baseball. We got a new pitcher as he warms up. Isn't that Drew Dirks? I believe it is. But we're going to come back to him in just a moment. 100 years. We got our centennial games out at the WAC. We're looking forward to it. Your experiences with American Legion baseball?
I loved it. I mean, it was a chance not just to play with the guys from high school and kind of continue on with your friends, but you normally add it from the other local schools, and it was a great experience. You got to compete, stay close, still have a life. I didn't have to travel from Tuesday to Sunday, and my parents didn't have to pay $10,000. So all All benefits.
We would work fish fries to pay for our seasons.
I love fish fries.
Yeah, I still go to them, but
Fish fry and snow cones, man.
Man, Legion, back then, if you were a guy, that's where you played, and I think it's just solidified where you were at as an athlete if you had the ability to play Legion baseball. And that was a real indication of next-level guys.
Yeah. He was looking for that pitch.
One pitch, one out, piles down on a fly out to the right fielder.
Go, Jimmy!
And that's he went up there looking curveball, got curveball, and it's one of those. And it's with any hitter. You go up looking for a pitch. I'm assuming he was looking for that pitch just because he swung at it. But you go up looking for curve, you get it, and you just swing because it was the right guess instead of the right pitch.
That misses outside. We're closing the book on Eli Skidmore. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 base on balls, and 5 Ks. That ball's outside. What'd you guys think of Eli's performance today?
Outside of his first inning, when he was able to calm down there a little bit, I thought it was a fun outing for us to watch.
Another ball lifted into right field by Michael Wolf over as Jones to make the catch. So 2 flybouts to right field, and we're 2 down.
You see that baseball come back?
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing that happened in the Cardinals game that I cannot stress enough. You know, typically when you're hitting the ball that direction, it's barreled and it goes towards the line off of a righty. But when you hit it that high, it actually works back towards towards the field of play, if you will.
Strike 1 to the number 5 hitter.
And there ain't
Carter
no
Perry.
win today.
No win.
Which is a rarity here.
Right. That ball's flied back out of play. Quickly 0-2. This young man we saw first here at the prep baseball showcase, and he looked really good there, and he's been very good for Coach Perkins early this season. Another curveball. Tanner to it. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. The score 2-1 Jaguars.
You mess up.
What they're talking about.
All right, here we go. Matt Rouser up. Guys, Troy Buchanan is up on Francis Howell Central 6-1 in some other GAC South action. Orchard Farm, and that ball is popped foul. Orchard Farm up 4-1 on Winfield. No score, Zumwalt West and Zumwalt East. 5-2 Timberland over North Point, guys. Rouser drives one in the gap and is down to the fence. And he is in with a stand-up leadoff double here in the top of the 6th inning.
That's the approach that you want to have against a guy like this, is just to hit the ball opposite field. And you can hit it as far as you want still.
But that's it. As you mature as a hitter, you start to understand how to take advantage of all fields. And that was a great swing there.
And here comes Coach Gough. Looks like Wheeler pitched a heck of a ball game. I was kind of surprised to see him back out for this one, guys, for the 6th inning.
Yeah, he got out of it, and he finds a way to compete. He may stay in. I doubt it, but
no, we got a change coming.
So Blackstone's going out to, I'm guessing, right field.
1 for 13, as we hear Coach holler that out. So we got number 13, or number 1, Dominic Blackston coming in the ball game, going to center field. Or no, he's going to go to right field for Michael Wolf as Michael Wolf comes to the mound.
So going back to Rouser's swing there, and something this offseason, Rouser, Brady Tanner, Sissom, Pyle, Hyde, Tallis, they all work with Nadorf in the offseason. I got to see those guys hit a lot. And it's the one thing that I've seen. Nate does a great job of expanding, not just here's what you do well, but let's add to your tools. And that swing Rouser just took there, I saw Nate work with him in the cage many times. And of the guys I've seen, I trust Orff with any hitter. I'm a little biased because he's my former player, but he is phenomenal with getting the most out of hitters.
I understand bias, though.
I know, you get it.
I do. Well, us coaches always have certain kids that we kind of gravitate towards. And I think it's those work ethics that you see. And there's maybe that kid that at 13, 14 years old wasn't the athlete everybody thought he was. And all of a sudden he hits the gym. And next thing you know, he's starting on a varsity roster that's loaded with talent.
Guys, Wheeler, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 base on balls. And I believe the one, I'm sorry I didn't count it up, 2 Ks. That's a good outing against this team.
And both starting pitchers did the job we expected. It's a 2-1 game, 6th inning, and we're going to get a bunt situation. And it's who's going to execute the bunt and who's going to play defense against the bunt.
The 2 Ks are the big one. So I believe he got Leo twice, correct?
I don't know. He's got the scorebook, but
did he get yes, he did. He did get Leo twice. And yes, those are the Ks. So, I mean, those are the 2 biggest Ks, you want. I'm telling you, dude.
Talking about showing up.
Yeah.
I believe Skidmore also got Sissom in a big spot on a strikeout.
Yeah, looking to.
That's right. Yeah. So it's 3. My fault. It is 3 Ks. No. You're
that's
talking
the
about
other
on
pitcher.
the other side. I knew that. I was testing you.
You did a great job there.
That's what we're here for.
See, when he does these games by himself, he's always right.
It helps. Go ahead.
I just you're doing some G.A.C. around the league, and St. Charles West is up on Warrenton, 7-zip.
Ooh. Hey, listen, St. Charles West, they play a challenging, difficult schedule. You can't ever, early on in the season, don't count out St. Charles West. All right. Brady Tanner, line drive, doubled him up. That's a heck of a play by Carter Perry. That ball was hammered.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
about Brady.
That is what it is.
Brady's been struggling first part of the year, and I'm like, hey, it could take one swing and barrel, and he feels good, and then you get the barrel, and it turns into a double play. I mean, it's just unfortunate, but good swing.
And that ball is grounded out. And just like that, Michael Wolf comes in and eliminates the threat. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, score 2-1, Jaguars. Guys, they're chit-chatting over here, but that was, as you said, that's unfortunate. That's just one of those, what do you do, right?
You execute it. You got a good pitch. You swung at the right pitch. You barrel the ball, and it just happens to be out on. I mean, Bogart barreled the ball, and it's just right out. And that's what people get all caught up in, everything except the thing that matters with hitting, which is location matters. You have to hit it where they are not playing.
This is why you say it.
Hit it where they ain't.
Hit it where they ain't.
Like Sissom drives the ball opposite gap, he's out. You bunt a ball 15 feet, you're safe. Like, it's just Jackson Vaughn, the first thing, rolls up the middle, he's safe. Like, it's a tough game.
It is a tough game. And here we're talking, we're getting late in the innings here. We got to start looking at our players of the game. And I really love, I'm sorry. I know in a game like this, you got to look at the mound. Alex Wheeler, so far right now, you got Dirks coming in. You got these guys. They've scratched runs to get here. This is not an offensive game. This is a defensive game, pitching game. And you look at the mound and what these guys have done.
I think Deverman, I think he has 3 hits.
Yeah, Deverman, yes. Brand Deverman.
I think he's got
done a
2
great job.
runs scored, right?
He does not.
Oh.
He doesn't have a run scored, but he's been a
Vaughn
catalyst.
has 2 hits, I believe. And those 2
Yes.
account for most of the hits.
Exactly. Look at these guys. They're offensive guys right here. And that is a 2-ball, no-strike count.
That's who brings fans to the stands.
Is
Brian.
the guys swinging the bats?
Yeah, not the pitchers. They get paid more.
And that's a 3-0 count. Hey, man, I got to tell you, though, how about them Dodgers, huh?
Who?
They still have a team?
They got payroll.
I'm just messing with my dude here. And that is ball 4, leadoff walk by Andon Hyde.
He wasn't even looking to swing. I think the communication in the dugout was probably take till you get a strike here.
I hijacked his show the other day, though. He's wearing this hockey jersey doing a baseball
Oh, I
game.
saw it.
Tell me that wasn't fresh, though.
The Blues are rolling.
Yeah.
Like, you got to support them.
12 in a row, franchise record.
I heard that. I did hear that.
Okay. Rouser's in really close for someone that pulls the ball really hard.
Ben Mole at the plate.
What are they?
Not.
Oh, that's away from the catcher. Hyde.
Yeah,
That's a miscue right there, guys.
That's a brain fart to me.
It's always interesting when you choose to bunt, not bunt, but Rouser was all in on he was bunting there, and
Jackson took off running down the line with the runner at first base. I was like, as soon as he takes off, just you go.
Yeah. Now, possibly,
Pull back.
but you got no outs, second base. We'll find out. Rouser's in again.
Yeah.
We'll see, but this is where you get the third baseman comes. He could be stealing third, and Hyde runs extremely well for a large child.
It's a large child.
He's a large.
Yes, he
Look at his
does.
forearms from here.
Yes, he does. Oh, that is a monster cut by Mole. He was trying to hit that one into the trees way over there.
There's a lake back there. I think he was trying to hit it in. By the way, that if
And
you
the
want to
golf-
ever fish it, it's got 5 pounders in there.
That golf course is over there.
Yeah,
He's trying to
right
lay up on
goodness.
hole 9.
1-1 the count. And he squares the bunt. And the throw down is not in time. And away from the third baseman, Hyde is going to score. And the throw down gets away from the third baseman. So on the throwing error, the run scores.
So you're back to the show bunt steal we talked about earlier in the game. Again, you execute it, and it's just high school baseball. Put pressure on and see what happens.
We got a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And a swing and a miss, and Mole is down on
Is it
strikes.
2-2. 2-2 count.
Is it 1-2 or 2-1?
It's 2-2 now.
He said he put up 1 ball, 2 strikes a minute ago. Yeah. Yeah, it was 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Mole's out.
On the stolen base, was it a ball or strike? Because it was 1-1.
I know Blue, when he went before this pitch, he went 1-2. And so, yeah, that was the count. It was 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he's down on strikes for the first out. Because I saw Blue put that up.
Yeah,
So 1 out. Late swing by Feisty, and he's behind early in the count.
these are the pitchers that look like you should be jumping up there to hit, and they just...
Ground ball to Rouser. Plays it on a nice hop. Out number 2.
He reminds me very much of Deverman. He hides the ball. He keeps it down. He mixes up pitches. Yeah. Now, he's not to Deverman level when Deverman was junior or senior, but that type of, not overpowering, but so effective.
Agreed.
I actually thought the third baseman was going to get eaten up there with being on a natural surface or skin field and him going backwards on it. Thought it might get him.
And that's
Signorelli at the plate. Fouls it off.
Unfortunately, in our conference, you got all dirt like this. Yeah. You got turf at Central and Troy, and then you have grass fields at North and Howell and some. Like, you never know what kind of field you're going to get.
Big swing and a miss. That's a good breaking pitch from Dirks.
I think he was sitting on that pitch, but he's thinking
very slow. Yeah.
He needs to work this direction, opposite field.
Swing and a miss. Nice job by
D1
Vaughn
first baseman. You're welcome.
Yes,
because that's not easy.
That's the yips.
So on the K, that ends the threat, but not before the Jaguars scratch another run. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score 3-1 Jaguars.
Leadoff walk. He hasn't thrown one baseball.
Guys, top of the 7th inning. We're picking players of the game so far. What do you got for me?
What you got?
If you're going to, man, it's a tough one because I feel like there's a lot of players that have done some small things on the field today. For me, I'm probably going to have to go Wheeler just because I think that's the default to go to the pitcher.
Well, if it hangs like this, he's going to get the win. But I liked what you guys said. Deverman was really good. When he got on base, he created havoc.
Catalyst,
and it created those runs. Yeah. So I think Deverman, you could do a little co-work between those two, Wheeler, and I'm not opposed to that either.
No, and that's in a 3-1 game, it may be someone this inning.
Right.
But if it stopped right now, I'd go Deverman just because every at-bat, he's barreled balls, he's got on base, he's put pressure on, he's disrupted the game. But
I like Jackson Vaughn as player of the game for the Howell Vikings.
Got a pinch hitter here.
We do.
Craddock.
Mr.
I just want to give it to the catcher because he's got a hose.
Pinch hitting here for Riley Tallis is Chase Craddock. Takes strike 1.
This is a tough situation to come off the bench. And this is the role of some guys, but it's a tough role. Like, hey, let's go out there and face a pitcher you haven't seen.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
7th inning of a rivalry game. That's a tough task.
This is not the at-bat you want to start off with either. I like what he did there, though.
That's one of those where, hey, go ahead and hit the bull.
Tried the corner and missed.
He's stepping on the
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's crowding the plate now. It's just maybe he tries to get inside and.
Hey, you know what? Take one for the team, right?
Well, at this point, I mean, he might chase something in the dirt as well. I mean,
He is on top of the plate. That's a good swing. Foul to back off. Oh, look at down at the end there. I know he's trying to hide there. That's Brett Graves. How you doing, Brett? He's not hearing me. He can't hear me.
I'm sorry. I was distracted by Brett Graves over here.
Yeah.
The Brett Graves of the
aforementioned
Keep Climbing podcast. Just trying to get some information about some players over here.
Fishing pool. Well, I feel like it is.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A fishing pool.
Yeah. Battling, falling off pitches.
High fastball. That's a good fastball by Wolf. Up and out. Chased it. Out number 1.
And that's going into this year. I mean, I knew a lot of the guys at West just going over there, but the guy that has surprised me, that stood out, is Wolf. Offensively, he comes in pitches. Defensively, he could be in center field. I mean, he's a quality player. He's going to be a player to watch the next 2 years.
Absolutely. Fastball misses up. Shane Ernst, the catcher. He is 1 for 2 today.
With the lone RBI.
With the lone RBI. Could be.
Nope. Not for me. Don't say it.
I'm not going to.
And I have a reason.
1-1. Yeah. A few too many miscues.
Free bases, baby.
I agree. That's down 2 balls and a strike now to Ernst. Jones, the leadoff on deck. Wolf trying to put this one away for Wheeler. Fastball misses up.
Wolf didn't pitch last year, did he? Did he get maybe 3 or 4 innings?
Maybe, yeah. I don't remember him doing a lot. Yeah,
but he was a freshman.
That's correct.
But this is a big spot for a sophomore without a lot of innings.
One out walk for Shane Ernst. Gets to the back at top of the order again, guys.
Welcome to the big leagues. And it could be the big leagues for some of these kids. This is such an experience to be able to play in this conference.
Jones, who's hit the ball hard most of the game, all of the game actually, is 0 for 3, nothing to show for it. Takes strike 1 on the curveball. You know, he went fastball, 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 and then throws the bender in there. That's 2 in a row on the curveball. After missing with the fastball, that's a quick adjustment.
That's also a difference of now and 20 years. 20 years ago is you keep throwing the fastball till you figure it out. Yeah. Now they have a secondary pitch to go to.
And that is going to find a hole. Good piece of hitting by A.J. Jones, just doing enough. Throwing that curveball again, and he just poked it into left field. 1 out, 2 on. Colin Lovelady with Jackson Vaughn on deck.
I'm not sure if you caught this or not, but I know that in college you've been seeing like guys get down with 2 strikes. They look at the dugout. They've been beating on their chest saying, this one's for the team. He did that. He looked at his dugouts, patted himself on the chest. It was about Howell there, and that was a good approach with 2 strikes.
Fastball misses up. I really like this young player, Jones. I think he's going to be fun to watch over the next few years. That was a great at-bat in a tough spot. He didn't seem overwhelmed by it either, guys.
No, this is a big at-bat here because you don't want to face 3, 4, 5.
And that is up in the zone again. 2-0.
Andy's
to
up.
Lovelady.
Andy's up in the zone.
Yeah, he's not locating fastball. You become one-dimensional, only being able to get curveball over. It's very predictable, but hitter still got to hit.
Hitter still got to hit. You can throw a ball right down the middle of the plate and in this game in a double play.
Ball 4. A little music there to the ear. Did you like that one?
I do. As a pitching coach, and he's sitting in that dugout trying to figure out what to throw. You're like going through everything in your mind of what can slow him down, but it's up to the pitcher catcher here.
And that is ball 4. And this getting serious right here, boys and girls.
It's just got interesting.
Well, somebody's got to go talk to him.
I'm confident someone will.
If it ain't the
Here comes Coach Gough. He's going to take his time.
That's what when we were talking about player of the game. Vaughn got a couple hits in this situation. He'd become player of the game real quick.
Yes, indeed.
I just hope I parked my car far enough away.
Yeah, well, we got a new pitcher coming in that see what happens here. But this is GAC South baseball.
We're going to get a pitching change here, guys. Wolf is going out, and let's see who's coming to the mound. That's number 14 coming to the mound, and that is – I'm looking on the roster here. Hang on. Number 14, Blake Keel. Blake Keel has got a 2.33 ERA on the season, 9 innings pitched. Allowed 3 runs. He's 1-0 in 5 games pitched. He's got 1 start.
I could have given you that answer. Sorry, I didn't know you were looking.
That's okay.
You know, I'm like I know this one.
Well, then, why don't you give us a little insight on Mr. Keel?
He's gonna be in the zone, and he's gonna challenge this hitter, and it's gonna be fun. But you got, Vaughn and Leo coming up. Like it's a tough spot to come into.
Good luck, sir.
That's quality coaching.
Listen, man, I can tell you as a competitor, I'd rather be in this moment than a coach, because I feel like these are the moments where as a coach you can win or lose a ball game. And, what moves you make or didn't make, or when you should have done it, when you shouldn't have done it, things like that. And this for me is like where the fun comes in as a coach.
Yeah.
This part of the game, the competition thing, I loved it.
No, it's always it was easier to be on the field playing in those situations. I know, like with my son out there, I was like, man, I would much rather be the one there, but
than have him there.
Absolutely. But this is where Vaughn is a 3-year starter. Leo's a 4-year starter. They've been in these situations. The situation's not too big for them, and we'll see how they hit a line drive double play here, but
it's happened once.
Looking forward to seeing what happens, though. It'll be good times. I think we talked about this.
Wolf
close games in the 7th.
Goes an inning in the 3rd. Hasn't all the runs are attributed on the bases to Michael Wolf. So Keel trying to help his teammate out, keep his ERA down. It's a tough gig, right?
Yeah.
These games never go easy, ever. I don't care. Like in all my years, it's just this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a close game at the end where someone makes a big pitch, or someone makes a big play, or someone makes a big hit. That's what makes this so much fun.
Jackson Vaughn at the plate, bases loaded, 1 out. Off speed in the dirt, ball 1.
It's always tough to showcase your first pitch. Something like that, because now you can't fool them later. You got to back it up, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you got to throw it again?
And that misses low. 2-0. It was in the dirt.
That's a tough pitch to lay off of 1-0.
Yeah. Fastball. Good pitch on the corner. Strike 1.
He's going to need that 2 more times.
Well, an inch off each one.
Yeah.
Because he can't throw that again. That's a pitcher's pitch. You don't swing at that 2-0.
2-1. He's looking for the pitcher's best friend, the ground ball, but he's going to get a fly. And Deverman slips, and that's foul. Ooh, if he doesn't slip, I think he gets to that ball.
Remember you talking about 5 days
Do you
of
catch
rain?
it?
I think the outfield is wet, and
Yep.
he went down, and otherwise he catches that ball.
I agree.
Does he?
Yeah.
Do you have to?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I would give up that run. It's 3-2 with 2 outs.
Oh, what am I thinking? I'm still thinking it's a 2-1 ball game. Let me know I'm paying attention.
That's okay. If only there was a scoreboard.
So
we could
Vaughn
see.
back at it, 2-2 here. He's got to make another pitch. There it is, and that is going to get down. And Coach stops Jones with the run, scores, and an RBI single for Jackson Vaughn to make it a 3-2 ball game.
I feel like Mike Shannon in the 8th inning by now.
I mean,
Sorry, guys.
that's exactly what you would expect out of as a D1 hitter, 3-year starter, big game. Doesn't try to do too much.
Here you go.
And now Aiden Hyde looks like he's going to come in and try to close this. This should be
So
fun.
we're going to get another pitching change. I'm not surprised by this, guys.
No. Aiden's going to come in throwing upper 80s, maybe touch 9.
And here comes Andon Hyde. Yep.
And you got Leo up there that's ready to hit. This is good stuff here.
Yeah.
This is going to be upper 80s against a D1. This is going to be a great matchup. This is what you want to see in a ball game like this, guys.
I think this is what we all expected too. But like again, going back to the moves that you make.
Yep.
But him coming in this situation, I mean, his juices are flowing.
And he hasn't been in this situation. Like, that's part of Vaughn and Leo have been playing these games, Zumwalt West High games, for years. And then this is the first taste of it. I mean, they played earlier this year, but now I will tell you, Andon loves to compete, and this is going to be fun.
I think Wes is going to need some more paint, though, for his pants.
Yeah.
Got to paint him back on.
He doesn't miss leg day. Or arm day, or chest or back day.
Hey, you guys still remember, too, and here's the thing. This is just the top of the 7th. We still got, even if they do come back tied or this or that, they still got at bats. So this is a big spot for Howell, and it ain't over.
Slider.
Deverman,
Nice slider.
doesn't Deverman lead off? Signorelli made last out. I think it's top of the lineup.
That's a good question.
Which would
and yes, it's right back to the top of the order.
So we're back to Vaughn, Deverman, player of the game.
Exactly.
Vaughn obviously just stepped up there.
Yeah.
I think these are the fun things about this sport, the ones that we kind of love and you hate. And we talk about team at bats, and I don't think there's enough of that these days because most of it's selfish. How do you get to the next level? How do you get to go to college, or even those college guys or professional guys? You see a lot of at bats that are like 1-2, 0-2, and they're trying to send a baseball 6 miles still. And you got one of the premier athletes in this area, hitting wise, and all he did was just pepper the left.
Absolutely.
Green. And it's just like, that to me is awesome. And I go back to the A.J. Jones at bat. 2 strikes on him, looked at his dugout, said, I got you, this is for you. Base hit opposite field.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, Leo's got 2 home runs.
Don't be scared.
Gee, many feet.
Don't be scared.
That kind of got on me a little bit there. I'm glad there's a fence there.
Oh, that would have
But Leo's got a couple of home runs on the season. It's a big spot. Early in the season, G.A.C. game of the week. Francis Howell. This is number 1 versus number 4. Oh, yeah. And he starts him off with a spinner. Oh, my goodness.
That was nasty.
But it's been there all day, though, right? It's not new.
But now you have to execute again.
Yes. Strike 2. Wow. I did not see that coming, guys.
Well,
Punch the baseball, bud.
this should be interesting.
Just punch the baseball. Step out.
Hyde steps off.
That's what we talk about. Do you throw it 3 times in a row, or do you try to challenge him?
I like this right here because Hyde, he was a little
Look at the quacker.
he may not have seen a sign, but instead of trying to figure something or do something, he takes the time, steps off, and says, hey, let's talk about it. I like that.
Does this benefit the hitter or the pitcher? That timeout right there.
Neither.
I'll tell you after this pitch. It's extra time to sit and think about it.
Exactly.
Which thinking's overrated in this game.
Oh, is it?
Nice job by Feisty keeping that ball in front.
Yep. That's left-handed batter's box, maybe almost out of it.
Those are the plays that
Heck of a
change
play.
game because that's now
I'd
it's
actually
tied
do it
up.
again.
Do
it again?
I ain't throwing a fastball.
Wear it out.
Oh!
Maybe I am.
Blew it by him. Leo goes down on strikes.
I mean, that had to be upper 8s, 88. I mean, that was
For out number 2.
That was a big pitch.
That was huge. That set that up was the 2 spinners right at the front side of that, guys. Wow.
But don't Feisty blocking that pitch right now.
Matt Rouser at
is
the plate.
game.
Curveball hammered into right field.
Send him. Might as well.
He's going to get
And-
closed.
That's all right.
Oh,
he dropped
he
it.
drops the ball. He dropped the ball. And Lovelady is safe.
I like that aggressiveness.
Absolutely. You got to send him.
Yeah, send him. You already tried
And Francis Howell takes the lead
Wow.
here in the top of the 7th inning. Feisty dropped the ball on the tag.
That was an unbelievable throw from right field.
That was a great throw by Michael Wolf. Dead to rights.
It's just
I mean, that was Rouser, great swing. Again, he's going to Maryville, D2 hitter. But, wow, that was Wolf played that well in right field. Wolf is on right field, right?
yeah.
I mean, he caught it, turned through, one hop to the plate. That was right on the base.
2 RBIs for Rouser, 4-3 lead for Howell, and now we have Brady Tanner at the plate. We got a timeout here. Coach Gough is putting Tanner on. Get to Mason Bogart. That was huge after the big strikeout, guys. Matt Rouser, first pitch, ropes it into right field for a 2 RBI, take the lead single.
Yes, I mean, depth of the lineup, we've talked about it all day. Like, you can get around one guy and you still have to face the next guy. And both these lineups have guy after guy after guy that can hurt you.
Your biggest hitter is 0 for 3 today with 3 Ks.
Yeah.
And you can be able to come back and do this right here and put that baseball in a position where you let that guy at second base get a chance.
Yep.
Because he hit it right at him. I don't know if Coach sends him, but because it was to his,
To his left.
glove side, he has to come up gunning. And that's a tough throw going away from him.
Yeah, the throw was unbelievable. I mean, it was a one-hop chest high. Like, that was as good as you're going to get.
It was a great throw.
And Feisty catches that 99 times out of 100. But
He caught it. I just
No, he
Yeah.
did he miss it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fouled back out of plate, or actually into the fence.
little punch and Judy here will work.
He's definitely capable of shooting it to the left side.
2 balls, no strikes.
I think if I'm the runner at second
This
base,
is-
I'm just going to walking lead.
This 9th batter of this inning here, too, guys. Good pitch, strike 1.
I'll tell you what, if we go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 with a top of the lineup, this is going to be fun. All of this is fun, but I mean, this is why you come out and watch high school baseball. Like, if you love high school baseball, you should be at this game. Or I guess watching where you're watching it currently.
Ground ball to Nolan Sissom, up, and he errant throw, and Jackson Vaughn scores. The runner's safe on the throwing error by Nolan Sissom.
Under pressure.
I couldn't see through the umpire. Was there communication, or he just didn't come through it, or I couldn't see.
It's a 5-3 lead. Chase Craddock now, who pinch hit for Riley Tallis here to start the 7th inning and struck out. He's back up.
He's not afraid to get on the plate, is he?
That's the one thing about being on top of the plate when you have a pitch like
Yeah.
that'll get you every time.
0-2.
Because that's in as a hitter. That's
Yeah.
in, but not in the strike. Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, he's got long arms. Sometimes you get a shorter hitter that can stay on the plate and kind of get to it, but long arms on the plate, that's anything inside is going to be a challenge.
he's on top. He is as far as you can go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is still loaded. Big swing and a miss for the final out, but not before the Vikings take the lead here, 5-3. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Guys, this weekend, though, we're going to be in Edwardsville. Game 7 baseball. I like it, always. We got the 14Us. Game 7 baseball at Edwardsville. The 42 Classic. Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Salute to Jackie Robinson with the 42 Classic. We'll be out there on Saturday, our Saturday day at the park, doing our interviews, trivia, having some fun with all the elementary and middle school kids.
I like how you did that. It's
You
not
like that?
youth because it's all youth, right?
It's all youth. These kids are they're still youths.
They're youths, though.
Youths,
Yeah,
right?
they're youths.
But
I don't know if that's a good
check
or
it
bad
out,
word.
game7baseball.com. Looking forward to the 42 Classic. Guys, Drew Dirks back out on the mound here to try and finish this. Got to face the top of this order, though, which is a gauntlet in and of itself. We got Deverman, then Sissom, then Pyle, and it's a 2-run lead. The fireworks could start again.
Oh, no, these are the games, if you want to watch high school baseball, this is what you want. You want the best players competing at high level, getting big hits when they need to. I mean, this is what high school baseball is about. I mean, it's just, I've got to watch for many years, and it never gets old.
For anybody out there that says high school baseball is dead or it's not as good as the travel level or whatever, you guys are absolutely foolish. There's nothing better than high school baseball, in my opinion.
Full of snow cones?
Foolish.
Foolish.
Oh, do you think I said
I
it?
thought you said full of.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought. And
No,
I
I
thought
wouldn't cuss.
was it
No, foolish. Sorry.
foolish? That's correct.
That makes
snow
sense
cones.
there.
Yeah, snow cones. I'll use snow cones. Is that the key word?
I don't
like
know. I just like them.
And that is strike one.
I make it a point not to cuss.
Nevertheless, this has been a fun game.
It has been a great game. Beautiful afternoon. That ball is outside. Ball one. This is the way to start off the G.A.C. game of the week, man.
This is G.A.C. baseball.
Yeah.
It's a battle every single league game. I don't care who it's against.
There's games in the seventh for East and North. We're tied.
Oh, is
for
that
tomorrow
right?
night. They were tied 0-0, so they're playing a gem too.
Oh, good take.
2-2. Tomorrow, as we said, we'll continue our STL Suburban Game of the Week. Eureka's up on Lafayette 4-1. We're going to see them tomorrow night.
This is where umpires, sometimes under pressure, their zone gets a little tight. And some of these pitches have looked
3 balls, 2 strikes. One out. That was Nolan Sissom at the plate now. Takes strike one.
That's a tough pitch to hit right there.
On the swing, he couldn't hold up. Good pitch. You say Holt?
Holt came back. They were down 5-2. Came back to tie at 5-5.
Quickly 0-2 on Sissom. That ball is past the catcher to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As a hitter here, you can't think about doing too much. Get on base, run, create some havoc.
That is a outstanding pitch. Great depth on that curveball. Gets Sissom, and there's 2 outs. Guys, here's one for you. Nixa and Willard going at it today. Right now, it is in it's delayed, middle of second it showed, but it's 0-0. That's strike one.
This is one young man that I love being around. When I'm in Brennan's presence, he's just a good kid. He's always got a smile on his face. I think he plays fun, and you see him walking up to this at bat. He just was, it's just baseball.
Yeah, his pulse doesn't get too high.
Yeah.
You watch him play,
I've had a lot of emotions in this game.
1-1. Guys, we got, I think, some players of the game here unless Mr. Pyle decides otherwise.
Well, he can't hit a 2-run homer here, so.
No, but Wolf's on deck.
But he can keep it going. And that is going to be down for a 2-out single to bring Michael Wolf up to the plate.
After all the years of watching, I would have bet money this was not going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Like, there's going to be the opportunity to tie the game right here for Wolf, and he's very capable. And the nice part about it, like the way G.A.C. does it, and they switched it, I don't know how many years ago, they're right back at it tomorrow.
Yes.
And tomorrow the pitching matchup arguably might be better. No.
Oh, that's past Ernst.
Nothing against Wheeler and Skidmore. They threw well, but you got Pyle throwing tomorrow that is really good, and Dylan Curtis that, to me, is one of the best I've ever seen at Howell. Like, that kid is – he's ridiculous. He has a bright future.
Yeah, actually, Dylan's dad played ball. He was a Hazelwood West guy, and so grew up playing ball against him, his dad. And then when Dylan was younger, I can remember I was taller than him. By the time he hit 12 years old, I was no longer taller than he was.
Coach Perkins out to the mound for a chat here real quick. That ball got past there. That's a pass ball. And so I don't see anybody warming up. You can't really tell way back down there.
I think Lovelady threw in between innings.
Do you?
I think that's who they would go to if they may have switched, but
he's going to keep Dirks on the mound.
And he's thrown well. I mean, he does the same thing Wheeler does. He keeps the ball down, throws all his pitches for strikes, and keeps them all balanced.
Isn't he a freshman?
Sophomore.
Okay.
We call these thumbers.
Unless in 2 years he could be upper 80s, but right now, yes.
He might be a little too hard for a thumber. It's
Two
close.
balls,
80-ish.
no strikes.
I don't know what he tops out at, but I'm assuming he sits 79 to 81.
That was a good fastball. Caught the corner. 2 balls and a strike. As some fans disagree with the call.
You're supposed to catch that.
I was
on that
dodging,
one.
baby.
He was not fooled there.
2-2.
I don't think he's going to see that again.
Back foot.
No.
Back foot.
There's going to
Little back foot action.
I think he'll go off the plate slider.
Don't leave it.
Don't hang it, but yeah. I mean, he's thrown very few curveballs that side of the plate.
Left
That's
him hanging
outside.
too.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Michael
I'm not
Wolf.
even sure why they're worried about Pyle at second.
Carter Perry's on deck.
No, there's no reason to hold him on.
Yeah. You can take it. Take all
No,
of them
because
if
that
he
run
wants.
doesn't mean anything, really. And that is ball 4.
And
So it just got a little more interesting here, guys.
you're back to Perry, who's been in this for years. He's a senior. Who knows?
They're going to live and die, I think, with this young man on the bump.
This might be his last. If he doesn't get him, I'm guessing
He cannot.
Lovelady.
He cannot face Hyde, right?
I wouldn't think, but it's a good pitch.
Gets ahead 0-1 here. First and second, 2 outs. 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dirk's trying to close this game out. He would get the win. Runners go.
Now that matters.
Now it does.
Double steal. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
So you're 2 pass balls away from a tie game. I mean, that changes a lot of things pressure-wise.
A lot of pressure on Earth.
I'm shocked
here.
he didn't do it sooner with the 2 of them, like in the first pitch when they got on.
Ground ball. Lovelady up with it. Oh, and he is called out. Great play by Jackson Vaughn. Going up for it. It's nice to have that 6'4" body to go and get that ball. And Francis Howell finishes off the comeback victory 5-3. We're going to get our post-game show going here just 1 second. Guys, I'm going to have you get your thoughts. We're going to go get our players of the game. Matt Rouser, player of the game, 2 RBI, game-winning hit.
I don't know.
I'm a Jackson Vaughn.
Vaughn has, 3 hits?
Jackson Vaughn had 3 hits. We're going to bring them both over.
That works for me.
And we're going to get Brant Deverman from Fort Zumwalt West. Had a great game there offensively. And we'll get Alex Wheeler. We're going to get them both. We're going to go get them right now. You guys, take it away.
No, I mean, it was a great game. I loved being here watching this, and there was 2 great teams competing. I'm looking forward to tomorrow they'll go back at it. I'm sure it'll be the same sort of game.
I want to know how you were able to, in this game, just be even keel over here in your chair. Because that's exciting. You have a lot of history over here. Your son graduated from this side on and Howell, and you're over here with Gough in his last year. There has to be something internally that was just –
It was weird sitting here, but honestly, I think the nice part about it, I honestly care about both sides. So as long as both of them played well, I want every kid to do well. Whoever won. Like, it was just part of – but it's definitely hard when it's like you got 2 kids and you can't root against one.
Yeah, and they're healthy, right? We walked away from this game healthy.
Oh, yeah.
You should be a learning – this should be a learning opportunity for, I mean, really both teams. I think there was some things we talked about it going into this game. I don't know exactly how many free passes or unearned runs, but we saw most of these runs are scored from the free pass, whether it was giving up a base or allowing guys to take bases. And ball going in the outfield and the guy taking third base is a free base.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, you got hit by pitch, Siggy got on that way. You got leadoff walks. Like, those are the details. Pass balls. That's the difference, and these teams will clean it up. That's what I wish. I wish this game was later in the season for the G.A.C. because it's still early. Like, this is just the first game of the season as far as conference goes.
Yeah, normally we see that. We typically, I think it's been the last maybe 3 years, because when I was at Timberland, I was obviously in the South then, and it was almost at the end of the year that these two would have a matchup. And there was a lot on the table then.
Yep.
There's always going to be a lot on the table because the South's pretty good, but this is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can give that to Alex. You can sit right here.
You doing this? We doing this? We're going for this. I'm letting you do this. No. Player.
I get paid the big
No,
bucks.
we're fighting for the player of the games here because we. Great job, young man.
Thank you.
Good job. Nice job pitching. I could pat you on your back, but I'm gonna let Darren talk to you because he's your coach.
I mean, both of you guys, obviously, it's not the outcome you're wanting, but you came out, you did what you're supposed to do. I know before the game we were talking about, they asked who I thought would offensively do well, and Deverman, for those that can't see this, but your approach at the plate seemed like you were just trying to put the ball in play, stay short. You get some plus velo. Do you change anything going in this game? Or?
No, I'm just trying to stay just slow, controlled in my load, just seeing the ball out of the hand well, and just putting a good swing on it, staying flat through the zone.
And you did. I mean, you barreled ball after ball.
What is staying flat through the zone? I've never heard of that thing. I'm kidding, by the way. It's just something in today's baseball you don't hear much about.
I'm just trying to keep my barrel flat all the way through the zone, swinging through the ball, pretty much. Just keep staying flat.
Love it.
Yeah.
And that's what you get velo. If you're trying to elevate and lift against velo, it doesn't turn out well. And I thought your swing matched up well against Skidmore just because you are short. You just try to hit line drives, and you did. You barreled ball after ball. So great job offensively.
Thank you.
Wheeler.
Yeah, here we go, the mustache man.
Oh, you love it.
Yeah, the first time I ran into him was tryout season when it was wet outside. You guys had to come to the hitting zone. Yeah. He walked in there. I said, "Who's this coach?" The mustache. If you guys haven't seen it, get up to West. He's got a great mustache, does he not?
Yeah, he does.
What was your approach today against Howell?
The main thing I want to focus on was just throwing strikes. I know I've got a great defense behind me, and if I throw strikes, then they'll make those outs.
All pitches, though. for strikes, right?
Yeah, everything for strikes. Just get the ball in the zone.
That changeup today?
Yeah, it was working pretty well.
Sorry.
Oh shoot.
We got to turn it on.
Microphone on.
We got to start
Oh,
over.
Wow. It was a great answer for those that didn't hear it.
I got to remember it.
No, you don't have to remember. I'm just going to ask it again. You have a great mustache. But anyways,
Yeah,
the changeup for you, we were talking about his approach to Howell, which was throwing strikes. But the changeup I thought was just dirty today.
Thank you. Yeah, my changeup kind of is sometimes really good and sometimes it's not so good. And then when a day like today where it's really good, I just try and abuse it and just throw it as much as I can.
How fun is it to be able, with the conference the way it's scheduled now, to be able to attack this thing tomorrow and get right after him?
Oh, we're really excited. We want to get back and get them tomorrow. So.
It's called returning the favor, ain't it?
Yeah.
Good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good luck the rest of the year, fellas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Keep talking. He said keep
Oh,
talking.
we can
He
talk
said
all we
keep
want.
rolling.
I
I
was
was like,
saying.
I'm a North County kid, buddy. I don't know what that means.
Well, we're waiting for the players to gain from Howell, which they'll finish up talking over here. But
We usually have to wait for him.
no, that's fine. I mean,
You guys talk forever over there.
you guys, I don't even.
You used to.
I didn't talk. There's some people that talk. Anyway, but
We
I
love
would
you, Perkins.
fully expect Wes to come back tomorrow and compete and give back. I mean, I know System's not happy with his game offensively. He's just such a competitor. Those are such, for him to make any errors. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen him make an error. I think his freshman year he didn't make any. So, but it just shows you, I mean, even the best in the area, and I consider Nolan literally one of the best players in the area. You have tough you have tough days.
It's baseball, and it's always the relationship that I struggled with is how much I loved it and how much I hated it in the same sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, right?
Yeah. Have a seat there, Mr. Rouser.
Vaughn, you can get the.
Where's Mr. Vaughn at?
Someone's got a hammer.
Rouser got the hammer. That's a big deal. Here, Vaughn.
Come
We got
on.
a seat for you. We got 2 mics, so.
We got you could speak into that one. We got a hand. I'm gonna go first because I decided to bring up a sour punch pack for who I thought was. We got goggles on.
It's a long story.
We do.
Okay, I'm not going to ask that, but I'm going to give the Sour Patch. I usually only give it to one guy, but you guys are going to have to split it. The player of the game's for Howell. I always give it to the winning team now. So, Sour Punch kids, here you guys go.
We appreciate that.
Talk about that energy in the 7th inning. How did you guys feel walking into that inning?
Definitely confident. We knew we could come back for sure.
Yeah, pretty much same thing.
It was easy? Yeah?
I mean, we were talking when you came up, and I said, like, you've been on varsity 3 years. You've had huge at-bats. You played in state championships. Rouser, obviously, last year. Like, this is not a new setting for you guys.
Right.
And I think your at-bat and all your at-bats all day. You didn't try to do much. It's for too much. Hit up the middle, going up. But for you to stay on that pitch, it was a good pitch. Obviously, you didn't see it myself, but I mean, it's down and away. And you didn't try to pull. You just went with it, flipped it that way. Were you thinking oppo?
Yeah, I was trying to cover that outer half of the plate, especially with 2 strikes. But I was just trying to not let the moment get too big for me, and I didn't want to do too much in my swing, and I just wanted to contribute to a win there.
The other part, at least for Vaughn, and it gets overlooked, you had a couple picks at first base, even Loveladies' last throw defensively, the one throw from Ernst earlier to pick out, like those little details. Offensively, obviously, had a heck of a game, but then defensively, contributing on both sides. I mean,
thank you.
Great game. I mean, that was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Rouser, been waiting. I mean, that inside, was it slider that you did?
Curveball slider.
Were you looking slider?
I was sitting fastball. But
Really?
Just
great adjustment.
Yeah, it just came and it was right down the middle.
I mean, it
did what you did?
Yeah.
He says that so nonchalant.
But
how do you sit heater and get that flip up
I
there and
just-
have a good at bat like that?
I just saw it come out of the hand like really well, so just waited back
it's
on
that
it.
easy,
Yeah.
as long as you see that. But on the air we were talking about the off season and you working inside pitch, and you said, like, I've seen you take that swing over and over and over and work on, like, success on the field for both of you guys. I know how hard you work in the weight room. I know how hard you work with hitting, and to just come out here, this is the time to celebrate it. And both of you took the swings that you took in the off season and brought it into the game and made it different. So I mean, that's just your work ethic is what changed the game today, not just talent. So a great job on both fronts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So congratulations. I know tomorrow West will be back
Yeah,
at
we got
Howell,
another
and it'll be a battle again. So
Yeah.
Guys, thanks a lot. These are our players of the game. You guys know Goat Athletics?
Oh, yeah.
Goat Athletics. Earn your legacy right there. Goat Athletics players of the game. Guys, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank
Don't, yeah, and that's the better one, the sour punch, right?
We'll split them. He had the more important hit, so.
He did have that.
You still have 3 hits.
They all matter at some point. Good luck the rest of your guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
What a gem. I know that we're getting ready to wrap up here. I'm assuming that's what I got to do. Are you, Brian, wrapping up? Brian's going to wrap up. Brian's going to take over. It has been.
Oh my goodness, fellas! Oh my goodness, that was that's the way to get it started. G.A.C. Game of the Week. You got to love coming here, Zumwalt West. I know it's not how West, they had that tough one, but they'll be, like you said, we're going to ramp it right back up tomorrow. West has got the opportunity to go to Howell's house and take care of business.
and we talked about a couple years ago, West beat Howell 4 times in the regular season.
That's right.
Got to districts. These games matter from a conference standpoint. But the ultimate goal for both these teams is a state championship. I mean, this is what they're going for, and a loss is nothing more than learning opportunity to clean up the mistakes.
Yeah.
So in district time, you execute the plays that you miss, you take better swings, and this is just prep for the postseason. And that's what after a loss like this, I would be saying to them, like, this doesn't matter. And our goal of winning state doesn't matter.
Well, the only thing I would say it matters, and this is why you want to go tomorrow. You got to get back even because you want the seed 4 district. These guys are both in the same district. Yeah. It's District 4.
They're going to be 1 and 2,
right?
And regardless of tomorrow, they're going to be 1 and 2. I mean, these are 2 of the best teams in the state.
Absolutely.
And today you saw not even the best versions of these teams, and their lineups are deep. The pitching depth is there. Like, these are both Final Four caliber teams. Period.
Absolutely. Guys, I want to say thank you to Darren Sizzle, my good buddy Mitch Thomas, for joining me here today, calling the game. I appreciate it greatly. Guys, a lot of fun. Thanks a lot. Enjoyed it a lot.
That was awesome.
Last words?
How does it get better than this?
Well, we're going to find out.
Man, this is awesome.
We're going to find out. So, but from here at the campus of Fort Zumwalt West, our G.A.C. Game of the Week, we are signing off. For my crack staff, Lauren and Drew, bringing you all the pictures, the graphics. So I appreciate all their hard work. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes. Hitters,
I turned mine off.
It was clear. Hit them where they ain't.
exactly. And we will see you all tomorrow afternoon at Lafayette High School for the Eureka Lafayette Lancers.